Stream went well. And this is what you ended up seeing, ladies and gentlemen, by the end of it. All right, this was on YouTube. Judge off by cop, Elder Scrolls 6 advertising nightmare. We lost the hero. Blah blah blah. This is what you ended up seeing for about like 10 minutes. All right, so Nick got bad technical issues, but then he didn't restart this on YouTube. He didn't restart it on Rumble that I know of. He went straight to freaking locals. So breaking Balldo news, we got that. He went directly to locals. So Rekieta pussied out of showing his face on YouTube, retreated back to locals, and then it got stream sniped. And of course, now we have it clipped. So this was about 19 hours ago. And again, breaking Balldo news has like a good timeline or like recap. So Nick, once again, we're gonna watch it still, but let's get like a rough outline of what we're working with real quick. So Nick once again cries about all the people telling him to plead guilty and take responsibility and admit his mistakes, which is like, you know, it's you know, that's just common practice for Nick. But very important too, make sure you take that poll over there. I see 100 of you going. I've already voted. So rate Nick's stream last night. On the off chance that you were there after and you wanted a peek and stuff. Ray, how did it go, guys? How did it go? Did it go great? And if not, just take a fucking presumption. Make an educated guess on how well that stream went there. Okay, Nick cucked out. Yeah, that's right. Nick fucking cucked out. Okay, thank you, Patrick. All right, so you left it up on the Rumbles, but you must be fucking crazy if you think I'm gonna watch an entire Nick stream. So I'm gonna trust the Clippers like Elissa and stuff. We're gonna see the condensed version of this shit show because that's what's that's what we need. Nick was high again. I'm not fucking surprised, bro. All right. Okay, so he goes on some strange tangent about Aaron's county having a higher caseload before ignoring the plea guilty topic and goes back to the rehab discussion. Yeah, so like another reason that people speculated that Rekieta didn't go live on the day that he said he was going to go live initially is because Aaron didn't get the L or whatever, or took the huge L or whatever, and Nick was like really gleeful that the possibility of Aaron getting like a huge L and shit, and it didn't work out in Nick's favor, shocker, so he didn't really have anything to gloat about. And so that might be why he just went on a tangent about Aaron and then quickly shifted back to the rehab discussion. Then Nick believes people are mad at him for posting bond to avoid drug testing in his criminal trial. Nick openly speculates that he might fail to win the omnibus motion to dismiss. Nick suggests he is... What? Nick suggests he is suicidal depressed. What the fuck is this? Dude, did I not call this? Did I not say he was going to sympathy bait last night? Like, I said that he would probably sympathy bait with his fucking... by using his family, since he already uses his children, remember, against Kiwi Farms, because he couldn't take the heat. So he had to go ahead and say, oh, the Kiwi farmers are pedos, and they're trying to look at my children. So he essentially, Nick weaponized his kids against, like, a forum, right, that he used to praise, by the way, mind you, in case you guys forgot all about Weeb Wars and shit. I'm pretty sure Kiwi Farms hasn't forgotten. That motherfucker would praise him to hell and fucking back, heaven and earth, whatever. But now all of a sudden, he's calling them pedos, he's calling Josh a pedo as well, you know, like a Shotokan or whatever there. So now we have this situation, and did I not tell you I would not put it past Nick to fucking sympathy bait at this point, because this guy has lost everything. He's not the tough guy. He's shoving bottles up his ass, right? His wife is getting fucked by other men. He lied to all of you. Like, he straight up lied to his audience. Look, I can understand a lie, like maybe a little white lie, like you don't really look fat in that dress, right? Just, you know, maybe. Okay, I wouldn't do that, but I understand other people. They have more empathy than me. I understand if, you know, it's for like a non-fucking selfish reason per se, but with Nick, it's just like, number one, it's constant. It happens all the time. Like, it could be like 1 hour and he'll do it again every fucking hour. Sometimes it's a matter of minutes and he'll do it again and he'll do it again and he'll do it again. It never stops. Ever. You don't even give people time in between the lies in order to be like, okay, he lied, but let's hope he doesn't do it within the next, I don't know, day or so. You don't even give it time. Also, the second thing, Nick's lies are straight up fucking malicious, right? Or straight up fucking pathetic. Because in this case, he's literally fucking sympathy baiting at this point. So now, according to Nick, he is depressed. Now Nick is depressed. As far as I'm reading from here, and I trust breaking Balldo news with the fucking points, so I'll take his word for it for now, but we're still going to watch it either way. Still, I wouldn't put it past Nick to go ahead and say he's depressed, but I also want you guys to think back at the time Nick was a piece of shit and literally was trying to get like this one kiwi farmer to like off themselves and shit, and he went like on a 30-minute tangent just because they criticized him on the forum. So don't fucking feel bad for this guy. Like, seriously, I think it's the lowest of the low that he can go ahead and try to get somebody to like, or try to get somebody to off themselves who he knows has issues and doesn't care anyway, and then he's just gonna go ahead and sympathy bait online anyway. I think it's like Rekieta has literally hit rock bottom. There's no way, bro. There's just no way. So then Nick copes about Aaron's case, saying he has no influence in a criminal case in St. Cloud. Nick again cedes that people are amused by his antics and says our lives isn't Game of Thrones. Buddy, what do you what do you think you signed up for when you became this, as your fans call you, this rock star? All right, he's a rock star, right, guys? Right, Nicky's the rock star. He says that magic words and magic tricks make the problem go away, like David Copperfield. Poof, the drug charges go away. What does that mean, chat? Nick hopes that he is allowed to talk about his case however he wants, and he doesn't need to shut the fuck up, but also he can't talk about all the issues he wanted to. Once again, he's doubting his lawyers. I have to put fate in this other... I have to put fate in this other person. Nick rapidly loses steam as he has no cocaine upper to keep it going. He talks about wanting to talk about Elder Scrolls 6, Dr. Disrespect, oh boy, and Trump drops the discussion. He ends the stream with some lame piss test joke and coping that his case is ruining his show. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ on a cracker. Shit, bro. Oh my fucking God, that's bad. That is not what I want to... That's not a high quality Rekieta stream, man. That is just not good at all. Hi, Sean. How's it going? Hello, potentially Crota. Oh, it is Sean. Hey, Sean, what's up? I'm so fat, I cut my Coke. Sean says, I'm so fat, I cut my Coke with butter. Sean, you don't understand, Sean. Jesus, that's still a fucking banger, bro. Hold on. Like, okay, the time that fucking... I'm gonna play this for you. The time fucking... Okay, shout out to the 300 of you in chat, by the way. Shout out to all of you. I hope you guys are hitting that like button, because this... Well, number one, the like button's free. Everybody loves free shit. But also, you know, YouTube ain't gonna do it for me, so I trust you guys to do it. But here's the banger here. Like this, I made this the other day, and I actually made it my trailer.
Because I've talked
real quick, and this actually has Sean in it. This is the time that fucking Rekieta just straight up lied to this guy's face, and he was calling him a friend at the time, right? You know how Nick treats his friends, though, right? If you're not 100% on his side, then it's like free reign for him to just fucking lambaste you, and just be an absolute piece of fucking shit to you. All right, so like I titled this Rekieta Never Lies, and this is connected to like a other video I made, but essentially it's like Rekieta never lies, and we're gonna play this right now. Proof that Nick never lies.
To Josh 100 times in text, and every time I just tell him, I'm like, hey, you're my friend. I just want you to know this thing isn't true. By the way, my wife and I are monogamous and have been for our entire marriage. We were virgins when we met.
No, 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 no.
So, just a little bit of context. This is Nick basically, when he tried to snitch or snitched on Aaron to just, make him not a credible witness, essentially in the eyes of the people, he had to admit that he got cucked, basically. So, all the times he was going about, like, just straight up going to Sean's face saying, oh, the kiwi farmers are wrong and you're a bad person for, like, laughing at the fucking things that they're saying or whatever and shit. Yeah, about that. Yeah, it turns out, hey, guess what? Kiwi Farms was right, all right? So, Rekieta lies straight to Sean's face. He yells at him for an undisclosed amount of time. I'd say maybe like about an hour and shit, in between his little passive-aggressive jabs and shit. And it turns out it was all for nothing, because he actually did this. He is actually a fucking cuck. Kiwi Farms called it about, I don't know. I'm going to take a rough estimate and say maybe like 2 years ago or something, when they started unveiling the swinger lifestyle of Rekieta, which was pretty much kind of like open, like an open secret of sorts and shit. He didn't really hide it that well. But they were saying that this was true, and Nick was just copying Ralph and just saying that it wasn't true, when indeed it was fucking true. So, get fucked. All right. I just need that little context. Now let's let the rest play out. Steel toe giving Lady Rackets the steel toe.
Had sex with. I know that there's these like weird rumors about us. I just want you to know, as my friend, because there's this weird shit going on, talking about how my wife's a whore that you're like reporting on, and then I'm some cuck who likes to watch her get fucked by men, that actually we're monogamous and we've only ever had sex with each other. I just want you to know. I don't want you to change anything. I don't care. And I want to point this out to the fucking internet.
Sheesh, that's not the only clip that ended up being really, 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 really bad. I mean, you think this is the only clip that's aged bad of Nick? Oh, fuck no, dude. Look, if there wasn't multiple clips where he contradicts himself, lies, or just shits the bed, there wouldn't be shows, honestly. There wouldn't be as much coverage, right? We wouldn't be able to. But because this fucking guy lies so often, because he can't tell the truth to save his fucking ass, because he can't just be a good, proper adult, we have content, okay? All right, we have extensive coverage from professionals like fucking potentially criminals, Sean. We have extensive coverage from people like Legal Mindset, the lawyer that Nick wishes he could be. Even fucking some people that were on Rekieta's camp initially woke up, smelled the fucking berries, smelled the corn maybe, and said, hey, yeah, Nick, you're kind of being dumb, like uncivil law. Or whatever, right? We got some people that are gonna die, like, on the fucking front lines for Nick, like fucking Robert Barnes for some fucking reason. And now that fucking Vito replica lookalike, I forgot his fucking name, but I think he's some onion dude. Like the onion guy or whatever. I'm just gonna call him the onion guy, the Vito doppelganger. And then Vito himself, who, like, talks about fantasizing about children. So that's the Rekieta fucking camp, alright? Those are the people that are gonna die on the hill for Nick. But the professionals and the shit talkers like me are just we don't want that. We don't need that. We're good. We're good. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Let me see if Breaking Balldo News does anything else. Nick again cedes that people are amused by his antics. Our lives are in Game of Thrones. Who said he married his sister? I'm glad you watched the stream related back on X, because I could not sit through a Rekieta stream for life defended on it. That's another thing. And that's why I give Elissa fucking credit, bro. This chick over here. Look, right there, like, clip 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, sitting through a Rekieta stream is like actual fucking torture, bro. Like, you can't, because here's the thing with Nick, right? At least if you watch Sean's stream, right, or fucking Andrew's stream, right, Legal Minds and Potentially Criminal, you're gonna get a good legal analysis, right? You're not gonna get a good legal analysis from Nick. He's fucking unhinged. He's retarded. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about half the time. All right, 95% of the time, right? It's you're not gonna get that. And in terms of entertainment, it's like, unless this guy's doped up out of his mind, or like, like which I don't recommend, by the way. That's what got you in this problem in the first place. Or he's like pissed drunk. He is not entertaining in the least. All right, this guy is not like he is like dry fucking paint, my guy. All right, like that's all it is. But yeah, I give it up to people like Breaking Balldo News, whoever's running the account. If it is multiple people, you know, shout out to you. Any of the Clippers, Elissa mainly, because she's been dedicated since like day one. She is, I believe, the first Clipper that Nick threatened directly and said, take down this clip or you will be struck and shit. Not in those words, of course, because remember, Nick has to cover all his bases and shit to not look like a scumbag. But yeah. I mean, even Ralph, you know, Ethan Oliver Ralph of the illustrious Killstream kind of fucking confirmed that Rekieta went to him and said, hey, strike this chick. And I'll owe you or something, right? So again, it's like one of those things where like Nick doesn't do the best. He doesn't make the best decisions nowadays. All right, it makes sense though, right? Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to not bite a bullet every day. He should learn how to bite his tongue instead, which I mean in shut up sense, not the off yourself sense. Oh man, I look away for 2 minutes and I missed this. He plays Elder Scrolls. Anyone knows if he plays the online game? Outpatient court-ordered rehab is the super easy one. It puts him in the system. Next comes actual jail time. Hospital inpatient rehab. The only bullet he is biting is one with cocaine. Also, baiting? He really is becoming Ralph. I hope he runs somewhere else that is not Mexico. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. And this is the fucking, like, again, like, we gotta see it for ourselves, all right? To be fair, we're gonna watch it for ourselves because I have to see how Nick fucking baits, bro. I have to see this. I have to, like, it's not that I'm, like, putting it out of the realm of possibility. I know Nick is I know he would fucking do this stupid shit, right? That's the thing. Like, I know he would. It's just, I need to see how he approaches it, right? Because Nick is still, like, he is literally the guy. I shit you not. There is a clip of it. He tries to get a kiwi farmer to off himself because he gets mad at them saying, oh, well, actually, yeah, Nick is a little hypocritical. He's not the guy I thought he was. Yeah, then Nick loses his fucking mind, goes on a tirade for like 30 minutes trying to get this guy to off himself. And now Nick is going to not even sympathy, but he's going to... Dude, he's gonna suicide bait in Minecraft, of course. YouTube, legal reason, blah, blah, blah. Here's a couple notable omissions from the stream. No mention of April or Kayla. Kayla is Lady Rackets. April is, you know, April imholte. That's fucking Rekieta's polycule mistress, blah, blah, blah. No mention of Dick riding on Melton. Melton is the onion guy, I believe. I do remember his last name. So it is something Melton, if anybody in chat can remind me or something. But I know Melton is the onion guy, the Vito lookalike, I believe. That's standing Nick for some reason now. And no mention of how he wanted Aaron to catch a felony charge, which is what like Nick was openly kind of bragging about and saying. Here's a little bit of Ralph, you know, but like it's fucking Ralph. Here's a clip actually. Let's see. I guess we're gonna get a little taste of what Nick is doing here. Let's see. Let me play this clip real quick. All right. Yeah, let's go.
Cases in that county versus 340 cases in mine. And if the progression is linear, it would have been around 700 to 800 cases in my county. Actually, if you look at April's case, you can find out kind of that linear progression of case numbers.
If the progression is what? I need some content. Let's see what the amazing fucking commenters here say. Was he always this dumb, or did he break his brain in the last few years? That's called cocaine. That's what happens when you become a drug addict. Shit gets hard to manage in your head. I believe he said it was linear. Considering he said it was correctly a couple seconds later, I'm guessing he just misspoke. And then this nice little fucking gif over here. And said, I love how this entire tangent was completely irrelevant to his argument of drug rehab is pointless. Oh boy. There you go. More breaking Balldo news. Not doing drugs is pretty damn simple. It's the default state of humanity to not be doing them. Again, that's true. And if you're a fucking, practicing Christian or like an upstanding Christian, which Nick pretended to be for like how many fucking years, chat? How many years did he do this shit? You would expect them to like, not be so self-reliant on like, the narcotics and shit, but apparently that's out the window. It's probably some of that like selective Christianity that you hear about so much with like the right-wing grifters like Melanie Mack and such. Really makes sense. I mean, Melanie Mack is the one that wants to redeem Dr. Disrespect, who was, talking to minors when he was like 35, so very fucking Christian there. Very Christian behavior, all right? Christianity W. Jesus Christ. Goddamn, Rekieta and fucking Melanie Mack just really throwing Christians under the bus like that, bro. How are you gonna do that to them? Fucked up. Fucked up people. Shameful. Shameful behavior. So why exactly, Rekieta, was cocaine in your bathroom? You admitted its existence. You just deny it's yours or that it was found by the improper search. Drugs are simultaneously easy to ignore, yet easily found in your property. To expand on this, it's interesting because, yeah, that's true. Nick has denied that it's his. However, when April did her little Zoom call and shit, I believe her attorney said that it wasn't April's either. So that kind of leads people to believe, well, then who's lying? Is fucking Nick lying? Is April lying? Just a little thing that I remembered here. Under this retarded logic, your only choice when the motion to dismiss fails is to A, either admit you're a junkie despite your claims that I was just forced to do this because I was accused of it. Which is, again, like one of those things where, I mean, bro, it's just going to be another one of those Kiwi Farms was right and I was just saying it's not true, like Ethan Ralph, right? Like, it's just going to be that. And it's just going to be another Nick lie. And at this point, it's like, my God, like how many fucking lies, Nick? How many fucking lies? All right, before you just stop. All right. So that would be option A. Option A. Or B, plead not guilty and somehow pin everything on your legal wife, your girlfriend, or your arch nemesis, Aaron Imholte. And we got this clip courtesy of this person over here, about 1:43. So let's see what Rackets has to say over here real quick. Quote unquote, staying sober while being court ordered, tested constantly, and under threat of violation is so easy. I don't understand addicts. Anyway, I love whiskey and can't wait to drink it as soon as I'm legally allowed. Amazing. All right, let's actually, let me check something real quick. Shout out to you guys in chat. I gotta check the poll real quick. Got about 200 votes going right now, and 85% of you guys say that Rekieta's stream last night was common. Balldo L, and I gotta say, I gotta agree with you. It is bad. It is a common Balldo L, very, very bad, very, very unbecoming of a lawyer. God damn. All right, let's go ahead and see this clip right quick. I just wanted to check where the poll was at. All right, let's see.
This doesn't work at all because I have no, I mean, again, the not doing drugs is easy. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm going to guess the majority of you are not doing drugs right now. I said this before, I'll say it again. And I know there are addicts who get offended by this, but not doing drugs is pretty damn simple. It's the default state of humanity to not be doing them. And so people are like, well, how do you not do drugs? It's like, well, you just kind of like don't do it. You don't do it at all. And they're like, well, how do you not drink alcohol? It's like, well, miserably, but you just don't drink alcohol. And so, that's like how normal people are. But when you have addicts, they can't not do it. They can't not do the drugs or the liquor or whatever it is, whether like gambling addictions, whatever it is they're addicted to. They can't do that. And it was interesting being around that because you hear about it, but unless you've dealt with an addict or two, like you don't ever experience that. And it doesn't make sense. Like to your brain, it doesn't make sense. For me, I love whiskey. I think it's great. I can't wait for when I can just have a glass of whiskey again. It'll be fantastic. And I absolutely will. And it wasn't difficult to not have it. Like there's no concern. Some people, they're like, well, that was a really interesting part of recovery.
Okay. Can you present Nick with an award to the least self-aware when you return from break? That's right. Casino's coming back, I believe, the end of September. So soon they'll be back. Addicts always think they can stop easily. Look at Ralph. He's sober. He swears on his mama's grave. Hell, even the lives of his children. I can't wait to see Nick do the same shit. Yeah, so like it looks like the transformation is essentially gonna become complete, right? You know, everybody was saying how like Ralph and like Rekieta or like there was early like little visions or so of people saying, calling it, being like, yeah, Rekieta's definitely gonna become Ralph eventually. It was only a matter of time, and well, lo and behold, it looks like the transformation might actually end up being complete. It's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I could, of course, I can never really feel bad for this guy because he's still like a piece of shit. But you know, and it's one of those cases where like you reap what you sow, right? Karma, negative karma, put it in the universe. God, even if you're a bad Christian like Nick, you have to acknowledge it. Yeah, karma is a thing, bro. And whatever you put into the universe, it's gonna come back and get you. And you know, all the pedophile accusations this lawyer, by the way, has done over the last fucking year, like 5 years, I want to say, on the internet. All the fucking shady shit, all the grifting, the fucking talking shit about Vic behind his back or whatever, fucking that entire thing up, conning Vic into going into a fucking lawsuit or whatever, just so he can line his fucking little pockets up with cash, all that shit, right? Well, it finally caught up. It finally caught up. And he's not doing anything to make it better. Like, what was his, like, really think about it. What did he do, chat? Immediately goes to call Kiwi Farms pedophiles, tries to opt them. You know, the same people he defended for years, right? He's now like actively trying to opt them, being like, oh, this pedophile that was on my locals and donating to me and I took the money of was on Kiwi Farms. He made an account. You know, that means you guys are all pedophiles. Pedo farms, blah, 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 right? And then what does he do to Josh, you know, his friend, or his alleged friend? He's like, actually, you know, all the time I spent with Josh, you know, he was actually a dirty Shotokan, right? Like, that's what Josh likes, little boy. So that's what Nick's go-to thing. Then, when that doesn't work for this asshole, now he's got a suicide bait. It's fucking crazy. Why is he doing that, chat? Has he exhausted every fucking option? Is it fucking over for the rackets? Is it is it just over? He's got a bait at this point. Looks like the ceiling cats have returned. Oh shit, yeah. That's not good. Nick, I can't wait to have a glass of whiskey. Nick, 5 minutes later. I have no desire for drugs or Alright, so apparently a Kiwi farmer had also gone ahead and gotten a nice little excerpt of what they believe beyond the not rehab talk. Let's see. Everyone is wrong about this case, about his case, because they don't understand the small town justice. People who wanted him to go to rehab don't know how anything works. Almost daily urinalysis, can't drink, sounds sloshed. Talks about his bond, didn't want to pay for the testing. Really brutal on people who make middle class incomes. Whole lot of case left. Doesn't have a strategy, just trying not to eat a bullet. It's not a game, it's not a drama show. God, I really want to see him like do this. It's like I want to see him how he presents this, how he says this. I can't believe he's dude, I can't believe he's this fucking pathetic now. There's just Jesus Christ. Like, can't do anything in Aaron's case, so he's molding. Choices aren't influenced by people who gossip on the internet. Those darn Kiwi farms. His average day is pouring through evidence and researching legal cases. He tries not to say anything that locks in facts, but makes it hard to stream because all he wants to talk about. Case is fascinating, but he can't say what makes it. See, like, again, kind of called it. He's scared. Now he's scared. He's realized how much of a fucking retard he looks like every time he boots up a stream. He knows people like Breaking Balldo News are going to go and report on this. He knows the Kiwi farmers are going to take him apart, right? He knows assholes like me are going to fucking shit on him. He knows experts are going to fucking tell him why he's a goofball, you know, like Sean and Andrew. So he's fucking literally fucking scared. All he can do now, all Nick has been resorted to doing is fucking giving money. Right? He is even a cuck in super chat land, even in YouTube fucking chat land. He is a fucking cuck. He will give Sean over $100 to watch him fucking just destroy him on stream, right? With the utmost class. He'd be like, yes, Sean, show everyone how I'm a retard. I'm winning still, though, by the way. Right, Camelot? Right? Rekieta won, right, Camelot? Where's it? Camelot, where's your second stream where you're gonna say Rekieta's winning, right? That's all he does, chat. I'm not shitting you. All he does is give people super chats and say, oh, please keep making fun of me. Keep pointing out how I'm a fucking retard. I love it. Sean, keep pointing out how I'm retarded. Like, if you didn't think Nick was a cuck before, after all the facts, I mean, just think about that for a second. He gets off on people shitting on him now, and he gives them money for it. Right? Like, amazing. He briefly leaves the stream. A thunderstorm is about to hit. The case is not straightforward. Watching other streamers who don't have all the information is frustrating. I mean, good. I'm glad that makes you frustrated, Nick. I'm glad. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. You know, have a drink. You deserve it. Would have talked about a lot of interesting topics if he could have streamed today. You could! Just don't fucking lie and don't be a narcissistic prick. You can stream. Stop acting like you can't, jackass. Chad, he can't help himself. He has to tell a lie every day because that's the only reason he doesn't stream. He could literally talk about anything else as long as he doesn't lie, as long as he doesn't get triggered like a fucking narcissist and proceed to fucking, you run his fucking dick licker. Like, it's so fucking easy, Nick. Oh my god. Regular streams are coming, maybe tomorrow, which would be like today. I haven't seen him post anything. If anybody has his locals and he's not making it private anymore, please post it on X and shit. And we really, we can look at that and stuff. And the financial toll, really bad. Personal toll is worse. So the financial toll, this is how much of a cuck he is. And we called it out too. I think even Sean called it out and said, you're gonna need that money. You need this money that you're giving. You need it more than me. I don't know why you're giving me money, right? So like, he was giving Sean $100 trying to flex, right? And then he gave him a couple 20s or whatever. And Sean's like, you kind of need this money more than me. I don't know why you're doing this. Again, pointing out like the obvious. But to Nick, he lacks so much self-awareness, right? So he doesn't understand this, but now he admits, oh yeah, the financial thing is not looking too good, pal. It's like, gee, you think? Holy fucking shit. If he doesn't do a show, it's because he feels bad and it wouldn't be natural. What is this like is this really like the sympathy bait stream? Is this like total... Dude. This is literally the sympathy bait stream. So Nick has realized that him being like just an astronomical jackass and going in full force isn't even working anymore. Like, he can't keep this fucking image up. So now he's gonna go ahead and just straight up try to sympathy bait. That's so pathetic, bro. What are you doing, Nick? Oh god, that's bad. Another little excerpt from Breaking Balldo News. Right? Let's see here. I haven't read chat though. Let me see what chat's saying real quick. Yes, like the stream. Oh yeah, good reminder. Good time to remind Patrick. Yeah, like the stream. Make sure you like the stream. We got about 400 of you in chat. Shout out to all of you. And wow, we hit our goal. We have over 100 likes. But you know what? We can still do more. We can still do more. We have 400 of you guys. Let's try to get that number up to 200. Let's see. Can we get 200 likes? 400 of you, 138 likes right now. You know, hitting the like button is free. Everybody loves some free shit. So, you know, do your boy a solid. There you go. There you go. So we got like people saying it's disheartening. Rekieta claims he's not an addict because he can stop abusing drugs when facing prison and losing his entire family. Unlike addicts, Rekieta Law stops abusing drugs when with consequences piling up. He can see the signs and manage his drug abuse. He's not in rock bottom. Okay, that's fucking great. Let's go back to breaking Balldo news. This stream is on schizo levels of delusion. The personal announcement was completed recovery. He moves the goalposts and very strongly insists that it wasn't rehab. Nick cedes at the fact he was forced to sit along other addict plebeians. He's too good to be in drug recovery. See, this is what makes it hard to feel bad for this guy. All right? Like you can't feel bad for Nick because he immediately ruins it. He tries to make you feel bad for it, right? And then immediately fucks it up because you realize that it's all an act and he's just a fucking narcissistic prick. He's too good to be in drug recovery. His cocaine use that caused him to lose his children wasn't of the same caliber. Nick thinks he has the willpower to go cold turkey on command. Highlighted comment, not doing drugs is easy, and it's like not drinking alcohol miserably, but not drinking alcohol. Despite this previous comment, Nick is jonesing for a sip of his rye whiskey, stating, I can't wait to sip my whiskey. Nick questions, what good is this doing anyone? Referring to the drug program. Rekieta Law, I know you're one of our beloved readers. Let me spell something out for you. Even if it is legal, you can be an addict. Your stated desire to drink whiskey the moment you're not being tested is very concerning. You need to make a better choice for your wife and children. Your substance abuse led you to this situation. You're not better than those other addicts. You are one of them. Visit an AA meeting, do the 12 steps, and realize that recovery is a lifelong series of choices, not a legal mitigation strategy. You can tell fucking Nick is gonna maul it. Like, this is actually, all things considered, right? This is probably some pretty good sound advice, right? This is the kind of shit that fucking grifting little bitches like Camelot aren't gonna say. Like, you really think Kumalot is going to fucking give Nick this actual advice that'll help, right? No, of course not, because Kumalot would rather be a grifting fucking F-slur. See, I'm trying to make sure we keep this stream up, all right? He'd rather be a grifting F-slur enabling his buddy over there, right? Rather than giving him this sound advice. And this is pretty fucking sound advice. This literally has laid out everything Rekieta has done wrong, you know, and then not even like in a fucked up way. Like I will literally fucking chew him out and say all this. This is actually pretty level-headed sound advice, all things considered. There's no jokes. This is really the reality of the situation. Nick did this all to himself. This is his issue. He is not better than the other addicts. He is one of the addicts. All right? He needs to do this. That would be the sound thing to do, but of course he's not going to do that. All right? He'll probably fucking mauled about it. And then we got like the clips, and of course we have like the this is from the Onion person's stream or whatever. Which, by the way, I noticed Rekieta is actually a member, right? And you guys can actually become members of this channel, all right? Or you can hand out a membership, right? I call it buy a hat for your hat. If you're buying a membership, you're buying a hat. But you probably already have a gym hat, so how about buying a hat for the other hat? Works out. It really helps the channel, so go ahead and do that. But if you can't, absolutely can't, how about hitting that like? I mean, that shit's free, so that's just the best shit ever. Because again, everybody loves free shit. But all right, I think we got everything on breaking Balldo news out of the way, so now it's time to actually go over the actual clips of this entire thing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see some of the clips regarding Nick, and they're quite a bit. and I actually want to hear it from his voice now. All right, but I wanted to look at this. I'm a little curious. All right, because okay, I found like the Vito lookalike. All right, this is Nick's newest fucking ally. You know, whatever the fuck this guy's name is. He's talking about a guy named Mersh, right? I've heard a lot about this Mersh person. I heard he fucking hates Jim or some shit, like extremely, like not even like as a one-off like of criticism or something. Like no, this guy literally is infatuated with Jim and like he hates him. That's what I read. Chat, do I have it right? Is that who Mersh is? Is that a rough outline of who Mersh is? Am I wrong or am I right? Am I in the right ballpark? Am I in the wrong ballpark? But that's what I heard about this Mersh fella, right? So apparently Mersh has a little bit of a crossover with like Vito here, or Vito Light and shit. This is the Rekieta, the newest ball washer for him. So apparently he says Mersh is after him, felling self-pity and paranoia. Patrick believes his enemies have been digging up the skeletons in his closet. Then he says Mersh is not making money, turning on his fans, and has fake Rumble numbers that he lies about. So, I don't know. Who is Mersh though? Let me look at the chat real quick. Actually, I do want to know. Mersh thinks Jim is faking cancer. Mersh is like a less charismatic Ralph. He's a lolcow, not unlike Aaron. Mersh is the host of the Nightwave, co-host of ROTC, a funny guy, but hasn't avoided internet controversy. Okay, all right. I kind of understand now. Let's see. Waiting for this day in court is personal freedom. So, Sen, your thoughts on the Reb Says Disu Kiwi Farms thread? I saw it and I think it's hilarious. People calling him out for the cuck he is. Ooh, I gotta check that out. I kind of gotta check that out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually tempted. So what's on that? Should we look it up? Should we look up the fucking Reb Says Disu Kiwi Farms real quick? Give me a 1 in chat if we should do that. It's just a little side thing. And give me a 2 if we should just move on and not do that. All right. Reb Says Disu. Oh fuck. Okay, it's actually there. Oh fuck. All right. Okay, so let's give me a 1 if we should check out Reb's thread. Give me a 2 if we should move on. Chat. So we got 1s, 1. It's kind of neck and neck. That's 3 1s, 3 2s. Couple more 1s here. Okay. That's another 1. That's another 1. Okay, that's a 2. Okay. Lemon, you can't be changing from 1 to 2. Okay, it's actually kind of close. So here's what I'm gonna do. All right, it is so. Look, I have no doubt it is a fun read. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, to make it easier, should we? I'm gonna make it a poll. Look at Reb's Kiwi Farms thread. Yeah, I'm gonna make this a poll, and here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to actually take a little water break. All right, so when I come back, whatever's there on the poll, we're gonna end up doing. Okay, so go ahead and take that poll. I'm gonna get some water real quick. Shout out to the 400 of you in chat right now. If you haven't liked the stream, please do and share it around. Really helps out. Let's see. What will I play while we wait? Okay, you know what? This is the perfect song to play on loop. I've always stated this. So, yeah, I'll be right back, chat. Make sure to hit the poll, take the poll, and we'll be back. And then we'll check out Rekieta clips as well. All right?
Should be ashamed. We got nothing to do but everything to lose. You cry like I'm being abused. I can see it here, I don't really care. be a friend. I can think and feel, I don't think you're real. I don't understand, I don't wanna be a friend. I don't wanna hear from you, hear about the things you do. I don't wanna hear you out about what you're going through. It's a pretty simple fact, I don't like the way you act. We really can't talk it out. I don't wanna talk it out. I don't wanna hear from you, hear about the things you do. I don't wanna hear you out about what you're going through. It's a pretty simple fact, I don't like the way you act. We really can't talk it out. I don't wanna talk it out.
Thread, 74% of you said yes. Out of 100 plus votes, the majority wants to look at Reb's thread. And 26% of you say no. I haven't read the thread, but I'm pretty sure I can guess. There's always something or other freaky about the VTuber guys with a female model. Yeah, that's what I don't understand with in Reb's case, right? It's like, but like, why the female VTuber? Wouldn't you rather have like a guy VTuber? Like me, look, I mean, granted, I don't think it's like a official VTuber, but it could be. Or why not just make it a guy, you know? What, like, Reb, why don't you? What was the thing with the woman thing? All right, like I don't get it. But let's see. Okay, well I guess we read a little bit of it. I'm trying to load this up real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a lot of shit here. Okay, so Rev says Disu. This is real name. The Lolicon King, open Lolicon VTuber with over 700k YouTube channel, and a grown-ass man into drugs, a little girl is getting fucked, married to a fat bitch, is what it says. Okay, here's the thing. All right, here's what we're gonna do. All right. If we do go through this thread, it has to go members only. It has to, because I mean, like, it's 100% getting flagged. No fucking questions asked. So if we go through this thread, this will definitely have to go members only. And I'm reading this shit now, right? Yeah, that's Rev. I think this was actually originally, so Rev's original doc. I mean, anybody that really gets docs, essentially, they were just not careful with the personal information, or they were just like really forthcoming about who they were on the internet, right? Which Rev shouldn't have fucking done ever. But like, I will say I'm pretty impressed. I don't know how the fuck they managed to get this guy's all. But yeah, here's his face. Here's her at the fucking wedding. So you got a little wedding photo here. Okay, actually, here, give me a 1 in chat. All right, so here, I'll repeat it for everybody. If we go through Rev's thread in display, I had to put this members only, right? No questions asked. If we just skip it and I just tell you what's here, we can keep it public, most likely, okay? So yeah, give me a 1 if you still really want to see this in display, but it's gonna go on members only. Or give me a 2 if you're good with your pal Sen just telling you what's here on the screen. So his Diorio wife. Okay, YouTube said I can't say that F word. So Diorio, all right, his Diorio wife. Okay, female Nicholas Diorio in the corner of all 3 pictures. Avert your gaze. You want to talk about lolicon censorship and free speech? Note that the buzzwords Reb is your guy. He has been widely called the king of lolicons, including by himself. Here's a sample of his content. Wait, has he actually called himself that? For real? Then why the fuck was he mad the other time when somebody was calling him a lolicon? Like, if he's gonna be proud of it, shouldn't he kind of just wear that as a badge of honor? Like, or did he pull a Nux Taku and is he like afraid of this shit now because he's getting like flack for it or whatever? Like, I've always said that Reb is more of like a lolly grifter, than he is like an actual lolicon, because he strikes me as the guy that, yeah, he uses buzzwords and fucking, you know, talking points. Like, I think my moderator called fucking Reb the Hassan Piker of anime or some shit. But yeah, like that's what I see. So I got a lot of ones here. It's very divided. We got 1, 1, 1, and like a bunch of 2s. So, ooh, I don't know. Keep it public. 2, we can pull up the Reb thread and look at the pics ourselves. That's true. That's true. That is true. 69. That's great, Rose. We got a 3. We got a 1. Why would I go from a pin to a cushion? Okay. Yeah, you're right on that. Yeah, I guess I'll just you guys can see it on your own time, but I'll kind of like describe it and going a little bit on it. This is what they first over here says. He talks about the slippery slope of censorship of lolly. Yes, this is a censored version. What's the uncensored version? He's bitching going from a G-string to a sports bra and shorts from a television show, which, despite common belief, does not require certain standards. This airs on Japanese TV. No, you aren't getting away with a naked child on television. He then proceeds to bring up payment processors as a scapegoat because they too will not make naked children on live television. Now, how does this audience think of this? So then they get like a bunch of screenshots of Reb's audience, like on the YouTube comment section. And yeah, so what else? Well, there's a lot of shit. What the fuck? The origin? They have the origin of Reb? You may be asking, wow, that dude sure is freaky. Why should I care? Well, random user, I'll tell you why. This is a story, a tragedy kinda. We will get there. In the beginning, Reb wasn't even a VTuber. He was a clip meme channel. Now, back then, my young self thought that this was the funniest shit. Oh, now we got the... Yeah, okay, so they really went back to this guy. They really went back. This is... Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. This is actually a pretty informative, good thread. I might actually, might make a video on this. Let's see. You ask, you cry, you beg. Has anybody called him out on this? Many have. Few have succeeded. Closest was Nux Taku, even though his video was half-hearted at best, and only because Nux got entangled in drama. There's some Asmongold shit. Yes, one of the most popular streamers on the planet use a pedo as a source. As it stands, nothing's going to stop Reb. He cannot be canceled or stopped by conventional means, and most people are ignorant on his lolicon status because of his unlimited video spam ability, because he covers all topics all the fucking time, and that ability, I think, requires further explanation. Yeah, this is a significant fucking... Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I am impressed. Oh, yeah, and the original people that did Doc's Reb were from Soy Jack Party. That is originally where it is. But it's like, yeah, oh my god, what the fuck? Yeah, this is a lot! This is a lot of shit. And the person that posted this has a picture of Saber from the Fate shit, from the Fate series, so interesting. There you go. It's got about 35 posts right now. Dude, this came out in July. Why the fuck am I hearing about it now? What the fuck? Oh, yeah, this came out in July, and the latest fucking... Okay, I thought this came out now. This came out in July. Let's see. Okay, so the most recent post is from... is from yesterday at 9:20? Is that 9:20? I can't see. And then thank you, random Kiwi farm user. Apparently, MrSEN is talking about this thread now. Lol. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Somebody in my chat told me that it was worth a show or a watch, and I made it a little poll. But thank you nonetheless. All right, so I guess we can keep it up because I never technically showed anything here. Right. All right, cool. So that's a nice little side segment. Okay. All right. I don't know what my thoughts are on Reb. Okay. Should watch the illustrious Keel stream. To be honest, here said, Reb will flag the shit if we show his stuff on stream without it being members only. Yeah, that's another reason. So I guess we'll just say Reb has an interesting thread. I mean, the Kiwi farmers kind of hit the nail on the head there too. At least the one that posted it. There is really, realistically, there's no stopping Reb, because he's like he tries to entangle himself in all types of media and shit. And like, I don't know how. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out though. But he has a fucking goddamn loyal fan base. Like, there is a lot of fucking people there, bro. Like, you gotta understand, with social media, it's very difficult to like navigate this shit when you have like rabid fans at your disposal, and fucking Reb has a shit ton of them, bro. That's crazy. I think Rekieta is a lot easier now because he used to have like rabid fans defending him as well. Now he has like smaller. We're going back to the main topic, pal. Now he's got like a significantly smaller audience or whatever, and the reason for that is because of the consistent lying. Because I've also noticed another thing. People really do not like when their celeb lies to them, like, directly. And Rekieta's been doing it for like 5 years or whatever. He's also turned on like a lot of people. Like, he turned on the anime fans, right, when he got like bad blood with Pippa Pipkin, from what I remember. He turned on the Kiwi farmers when they started like calling him out. He turned on his own friends like Sean and fucking Legal Mindset when they started giving unbiased, accurate legal analysis of what Nick was doing and how it wasn't good. So he's just really alienated a lot of people, and it's not good. But that's because they weren't yes men to him. He fucking he killed his fucking bridge with Flash. He burned the Flash bridge, right? The Flashcast bridge. There's a lot of bridge burning he did, but he's kept like the yes men, like fucking Dick Masterson, Vito, that kind of lot. So it is what it is. I need to put a new poll up. What should we put for the new poll? That is the question. A loyal fan base like Shad. Does Shadman have a loyal fan base? Okay, the last thing I heard about Shadman is he like stabs someone with a machete or something. Does Shadman have a loyal fan base? I don't know. I think I haven't really even heard much of Shadman since like fucking what's his face? Since Nux wanted to collab with him and that shit came out, right? I haven't really heard of anything like that, but GG Evans, thank you for the 5. I called him the Hassan Piker of anime because he gets yeeted from groups because he's an overbearing jackass and attracts that kind of audience. I guess you're talking about Reb. I kind of agree. I think Reb's biggest problem too is that he is like kind of a piece of shit too. Like, he is. I don't know how he is now, but like, he was very narcissistic and egotistical at one point. So I don't know. And as for everything else, well, I mean, like, you can go check that thread and come to your own conclusion there, right? I'm not stepping on that land. We got other shit to cover. We got to cover this Rekieta nonsense. He has a fan base. The Beast Team was the major members. We should watch the illustrious kill stream. I love the illustrious kill stream. All right, it's time to go back to Balldo, man, because now I really want to get these clips out of the way. We're about an hour and 24 into this stream, I think. So yeah, we got probably hit about like an hour or so on this. All right. Shout out to 300 plus of you in chat. Hit the like if you haven't. But like, where should we start? All right, this is stuff. This is a bunch of stuff. The cost of exposing your children to coke. All right, let's see. Did you guys know Sean is fat? I mean, that's a banger right here. You definitely gotta watch.
Promise One PS says I'm addicted to food and porn, but I'm still not as fat as Sean. I don't know how that guy does it. At some point, you have to try to keep gaining. Like, it's like a negative event horizon. Like, you have to really work on ingesting.
You see what I mean with like the lack of like entertainment value for this guy? Like, he only ever gets the only time Nick is entertaining was when he's doped up, but whatever. Let's see. What about this? Is this it? The not rehab?
I have a personal announcement. I've been wanting to do it for a while now. On September 11th, hashtag never forget, I completed recovery. Is that what you call it? It's not rehab. Like, it's not rehab. Don't get me wrong, because It was, first of all, it's outpatient. And second of all, it was really quick. I was never diagnosed with substance use disorder. It's very important for a lot of reasons that don't really fucking matter in real life, but they matter in the world of legal things. But I did go to recovery, something called relapse prevention, where they try to make sure you don't do drugs, I guess. And in celebration of completing it, I thought I'd have a little Coke. Right? I thought I'd do that with you guys.
Love how he's trying to get creative with this now. Like, it's like, hey, get it, guys? Coca-Cola. Fun fact: apparently, Coca-Cola used to have actual cocaine in it, like back in the elderly days. I believe. So that's interesting. I bet Nick would have loved to be in that era, but sadly, he was not.
Guys, we just have a little Coke here to celebrate my graduation from recovery. And, you know, they say a little Coke just helps you kind of get through it, right? Here's the thing. People have, there's a lot of chatter or whatever out there about like what I've been doing and how much I hate my life and my kids and everything, and which is why I'm obviously just sitting around snorting cocaine and drinking a bunch all day, which isn't true. That sounds fun, don't get me wrong, but
Jesus.
It's not true.
It's not true. Stop saying that. That's what got you in trouble in the first place. Stop it. Stop it.
Like I take something like 5 to 7 urinalysis a week. I'm sure there are ways to try and fudge the 50-year system of urinalysis, but it's not like easy to do, I don't think. And the easier thing is to just not try to do that, because when the government says, hey, like, don't do drugs or liquor, you just don't do the drugs or liquor. That's the easy answer for some people. Now, some people it's not so hard or not so simple, right? I was in recovery with a bunch of other people, and they were cool. Like, they were cool, but they're all drug addicts, so of course they're cool or whatever. That wasn't conducive to recovery. No,
I can't believe this is the guy that really like actually. I think Jim said it best. Oh fuck! You know what? Let's try to find that clip. I'm gonna try to find that one clip from Jim. Medicare explains Balldo. Is that it? No, I don't think that's it actually. But whatever. Jim had like the best. Oh, here it is. I found this clip. Yeah, like actually like the best take on the Nick situation is actually like he hit the nail on the head. He was like, Nick was on the way to having it all, right? He was like the guy. He was on top. He was pulling in massive numbers from like the Rittenhouse case or whatever case he was covering, etc., etc. He had nothing but good publicity, and then he just lost it. Let me hear a little bit of Medicare, you know, just for the sake of this. See what he has to say.
Parlay that over the years into an audience of 100,000 plus people watching you do court coverage in a unique way. So unique that you have television stations and Netflix documentaries and news articles writing about you. You've got Rumble offering you personalized contracts for big buku bucks. Everything's looking up. Everything is looking great. I mean, there you are. You're a family man. You have the perfect life. You have the ideal life, the life people strive for. A lot of people out there have dreams of what they want. They want fame, success, money. But we also have those modest dreams, those attainable things that are just out of grasp, but if we put enough work into it, we could have it. And that's what Nick Rekieta had. He had a family, a wife, loving wife that he was married to for many years. He had multiple children, lived in a beautiful house, had an inheritance, had a degree in a profession that would have provided for him for the rest of his life. And then on top of that idyllic life that most people would strive for, he found numerous successes. It's insane. And he was right on the cusp, right on the edge of taking that and turning that into something that was going to be amazing. And you're about to hear the story of a man that allowed victory to defeat him. You're about to hear the story of a man that allowed his faults and foibles and follies, to his personal vices, to overwhelm him, to overtake him, and to destroy that which he had built up. You're going to see, let me put it this way. I think we have a tendency, when we look at celebrities, actual celebrities, I'm talking mainstream here, to wonder, how the fuck did their life turn out like that? Why is Britney Spears so insane? Why is so-and-so such a cokehead? Why did so-and-so become a drinker? Why are they so into casual sex? How could they let that slip through their fingers? They're rich and famous. What the fuck? You know, it's like we can't relate to them because, you know, that level of stardom creates this kind of barrier you can't really understand. But with e-celebs, with people on the internet, it's a little different. When you're talking about somebody with 500,000 subscribers, with a big audience, they're a little bit more relatable. These, you know, e-celebs, these micro celebrities.
Yeah, to touch up on that a little bit, that's another reason people started disliking Nick, at least on his fan base, and why the numbers dwindled. Because again, like, as much as Nick wants to deny this, he did portray himself as this, like, relatable family man, no polycule relationships. He fucking straight up denied it for, like, 5 years or so. Even though it was, like, right, like, whatever. He kept saying, oh, you're crazy, Kiwi Farms, or whatever. So, like, he lied about that. He lied about his, like, Christianity and shit. And all of a sudden, Nick's like, well, I never said this. Like, yeah. So I guess, like, that kind of fucked it up for him, too. That's probably when his audience was like, dog, you lied to us so badly, right? How the fuck are we ever gonna, like... And it's not even for a good reason. It's for no good reason. And you did it repeatedly. So, yeah, like, overall, though, Jim kind of, like, fucking described it the best. And it's a nice little segment, I think. A nice little look back, all right? But let's go back to the actual Balldo, man. Because, of course, he knows best, so, you know.
No, but they're all like really nice guys and stuff. They're all just mostly addicted to meth. Now, I don't know if you know anything about meth, but a meth addiction is not like an addiction to much else. There was a fentanyl guy too, but mostly meth. And it's not the same thing, and you realize that you're not, well, I realized that I was not in the same, like, caliber of issue that some of these guys were, and it was really interesting. Now, of course, they had different programs than me, right? Like, it was supposed to be that way. Some of them are in there for, like,
I'm actually curious, though. We had a good number of you guys in chat, and I need a new poll, right? So let me ask you guys right now. Let me take a quick poll. Do you think Nick can be redeemed? I'll ask you this, and you guys tell me, do you think Nick Rekieta can be redeemed? Chat. Need to know. We must know. We must know the answers. I'm asking the important questions here, chat. All right? Let's see.
a year. And again, it's outpatient, but I don't know. It's like 5 hours a day. It's very aggressive. But some of those guys are in there for like a year and they have to show up 2-3 times a week. Whereas for me, they're like, show up once a week if you want. But then I could show up more. I typically went 3 times a week until I was done because I wanted to get finished. Did they take your shoelaces? No. Again, it was outpatient. I wasn't in a place. I went there in the morning and then I went it was like a class kind of. You just, like in with like a group and you talked about your feelings and stuff. And some people got mad through phones and other people made ramen and we watched Mystery Men. It's interesting being in a place where you do drugs to go party and have fun, and then the government's like, you need to do something about your drug problem. It's like, you're like, well, I could just not do drugs. Like, that's fine. You just try that. Like, can we just do that one? Like, that's cool. They're like, no, you have to do a class that says you're not doing drugs. Like, but that doesn't make any sense. I don't even want to do them. And they're like, no, you gotta go do this. So it's, okay. So you go in there, and you're sitting next to someone who cannot leave the building without a supervisor. Because if they leave the building, they'll go buy meth. And you're like, I don't feel like I belong here.
Yeah.
I don't want to go do that.
So he's above all the other, like, okay, I get what, like, Breaking Balldo News was talking about. Yeah, he's above all those other plebeians, like, all those other drug addicts. Like, Nick is not like all the other drug addicts, okay? Nick is better, all right? He is obviously the best drug addict in his mind. So now we got some, we just got, like, timestamps. By the way, if anybody's watching the replay, because, you know, chances are, like, I will keep the stream up. You know, if you manage to get some timestamps in here, yeah, I will pin it. All right. Let's see. A man who thinks he's above addiction, he's doomed. One never completes recovery. One remains in recovery for life. What a doofus. Nick, it's easy to not do drugs. Also, Nick gets arrested for possession of 26 grams of cocaine. Okay. Reasons for rehab aren't important. 2, he's better than the other addicts. 3, he still won't admit he's an addict. 4, he's still in denial about everything. 5, he's drunk again. Nick, I can't wait to have a glass of whiskey. Oh, we saw this. This is the one they took, like, the screenshot on Breaking Balldo News. Nick thinks he can outsmart the addiction. Of course, because Nick can outsmart everything. Bro, how does he sound worse after quote-unquote rehab? His brain is cooked. Drunken bum slurring drunkenly. Good news, guys. I'm sober. Shit. His parents made him do it to keep to keep access to the trust fund. That'll do a little coke joke is gonna play really well for the judge. The first step to recovery is to admit you have a problem, Nick. For anyone in recovery from addiction, do not let this man devalue your progress. Mocking addiction and recovery is nothing to mock, and this guy is sad to watch. Is that the lemon person in my chat? Lemon? He thinks himself a comedian. He's looking about the room so much he's got a doctor to give him ADHD meds to replace his party supplies. Same as Kayla. That's Lady Rackets, by the way. I was in recovering, but it's not rehab. It's important personal news, but it's not actually all that meaningful. I'm in recovery, but I didn't need recovery. I didn't belong with all those other guys. I was not actually diagnosed with substance use disorder. Life is tough, guys. My life isn't a game. You don't know the story. The story is tragic. The government wears you down. Life is tough, guy. Recovery for that never problem he had. I don't have a problem, and I will drink whiskey again, and I can't wait. Great mindset. Oh, this is coming. Actually, this comes from a former substance use counselor and now therapist. He was in what's called IOP. It's intensive outpatient. It's about absolute recovery. 3 times per week for 5 times. Him trying to spin is bizarre. The courts often mandate a substance use evaluation, and then counselor decides what the program the client needs. I can't say for sure what's happened, but I mean, Nick isn't that special. Let's see. Nick, snorting cocaine and neglecting your kids doesn't sound fun to anyone. It sounds horrible. Claiming that it sounds fun, but I don't do it is not a win. You do it and it's not fun. It's disgusting. Many people would look around and realize that they are lumped in with drug addict, losers, and criminals and think, maybe I have a problem, but not our Nicky. I think that is the moral of the story here. Nick isn't like every other drug addict. You know, he's somehow better than them. I don't have a problem, guys. I swear I don't have a fucking problem. He's not like the other addicts, you see. All right. Let's keep it going.
at all. And I don't have like there's never a compulsive need to do it. But if the government has like a checklist that they go through, and they go, okay, we have this situation. Here's what we do, and that will make the person better. And I'm just like, this doesn't work at all, because I have no, I mean, again, the not doing drugs is easy. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm going to guess the majority of you are not doing drugs right now. I said this before, I'll say it again. And I know there are addicts who get offended by this, but not doing drugs is pretty damn simple. It's the default state of humanity to not be doing them.
What the fuck?
And so people are like, well, how do you not do drugs? Like, well, you just kind of like don't do it.
Oh
you
my
don't
God.
do it at all. And they're like, well, how do you not drink alcohol? It's like, well, miserably, but you just don't drink alcohol. You know, that's like how normal people are. But when you have addicts, they can't not do it. They can't not do the drugs or the liquor or whatever it is, whether like gambling addictions, whatever it is they're addicted to. They can't do that. And it was interesting being around that, because like you hear about it, but unless you've dealt with an addict or two, like you don't ever experience that. And it doesn't make sense. Like to your brain, it doesn't make sense. So for me, I love whiskey. I think it's great. I can't wait for when I can just have a glass of whiskey again. It'll be fantastic. And I absolutely will. That being said, in the meanwhile, the government's like, you can't have whiskey right now. And I was like, all right.
The government.
And the day they told me to stop having any alcohol, it was like, that was the day I stopped having any alcohol. And it wasn't difficult to not have it. Like there's no concern. Some people, they're like, well, they're going to go out and have liquor. And it's like, but why? Like you're going to get in trouble, big trouble if you do that. So why would you do it? And I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't understand how addiction functions in some people's brains that way, because
You don't understand how addiction functions. I think, to be honest, I kind of call cap on that. Yeah, no, I don't. Wait a minute. Let's see. My wife and I are monogamous, but somehow Aaron has naked pictures of his wife. I've never done drugs, and I don't know how those drugs got into my home, but he's just wrapped up rehab. Says life without alcohol is miserable existence, but he doesn't have a problem. He's not an addict like those other losers. He sounds drunk. The bro's brain is fried. Nick reminds me of a dude I know who would go through a week-long detox every holiday season and then go right back to hard drinking and smoking. When I asked him why he didn't continue, not smoke or drink heavily, he did not answer. Where is it? He did not answer. Oh, here it is. Denial of addiction is almost as bad as the addiction itself. Nick is above everything, including addiction. On an unrelated note, a bright red rose is usually caused by drinking a large amount of alcohol and or oh yeah, Nick's fucking nose is looking a little bit like Rudolph right now. A bright red nose is usually caused by drinking a large amount of alcohol and or doing drugs that involve snorting. That is all. Yeah, I mean, who has like a bright little red nose right now, you know?
Somebody is gonna fucking
You ever
beat the
shut up?
fuck out of you for some of the stupid shit that you fucking say.
Nick has lost the plot when it comes to communicating a simple thought that he makes the creator of Cool Cat Saves the Kid sound like a savant.
Wait, Cool Cat Saved the Kid? Wait a minute. What is that, GG? Let me see. Cool Cat Save the... What is this, GG? Oh, this? What the fuck is this, GG? Who is this? Oh, and thank you for the 5. Appreciate it. That's funny. All right, let me put that heart on there. Appreciate that. Aaron said Nick had a canister of galaxy gas that wouldn't show up on on a UA, it can cause hallucinations and paranoia with chronic use. Hey, is that why Nick is looking for the cats in the ceiling now? Is that how it started? Let's see. A fun fact about those drug patches, they don't normally test for alcohol from what I've found. They can be tested for it, but they usually just don't bother. It's a rabbit hole, don't go there. They don't determine addiction by whether or not the person can abstain. It's measured by how much you lose while using the substance. He's almost lost everything. Yeah, he's about getting there. If he actually baited, right? He's probably getting pretty desperate at this point. I have not seen the clip where he did. So if anybody, like, maybe we'll get to it here, but like apparently, yeah, people are pretty adamant that Nick started like baiting and shit. So, yeah, the second he starts doing that, which I'm pretty sure, like, I trust Breaking Balldo News when it comes to this. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure that like he's pretty close to like done. Like he feels like this. He needs the sympathy of the people because him just being a fucking jackass isn't really working, right? It's just not working. It's like trying to put like a cube into a circle, right? Like it just doesn't work, right? You can't put it in there. Just don't do it. Nick can switch from addict mode to teetotaler mode with the snap of his fingers. Teetotaler. Did I say that right? Please tell me I said that right. Nick's no-fat diet, sniff the sugar, baiting as in master? No, baiting as in suicide baiting. Apparently Nick was suicide baiting or something. Which I've not seen yet. I've not seen that clip, but I heard that it seems like pretty accurate. And yeah, I do trust Breaking Balldo News. They haven't really made an inaccurate statement yet, so I have no reason to not really trust them like that. But I'll go ahead and we'll keep seeing, and maybe we'll see when he's doing this. But about 100 of you plus took the vote. We are saying, can Nick Rekieta be redeemed? 83% of you said no. 83% of you will not take the Balldo. You guys will not put on the Balldo. All right, he will not be redeemed. He is a heathen that must be burned in the fires of hell. And 17% of you think that he can be redeemed. So there is very, very little support out there for Nick, but there's still support there nonetheless. So, you know, he's the master of baiting. Yeah, true. You can go ahead and see that one clip, right? He's just doing it live on air. That's why, you know, because that's what Nick does.
Like, it's not my experience. So that was a really interesting part of recovery, was being in a place with people like in that scenario. Because Lady Raggeds and I have never had that issue with anything at all. But it was I've never had to deal like with addicts, and I don't want to oversell it here. I didn't have to deal with addicts. I got to hang out with addicts in a safe setting with this group environment. And one of the videos we had to watch, guys, I was dying because it's a video called Lapse, Relapse, and Prolapse. And it's got a black guy talking about prolapse with the white chick. And the black guy's like, when I was on cocaine, I would have a prolapse every weekend. And I'm like, bro, stop. Please don't ever say that sentence again. Please don't do that. And I don't know why they were so intent on saying it, but it was good. It was good, but mostly, you know, recovery was they combine like a mental health.
This was the stream he had last night, by the way. I just want to point out, he was supposed to originally talk about like some judge or something, and then like Skyrim, I think. So he was supposed to talk about another topic, but what he ended up doing instead when it failed is that he decided to go ahead and go on like his locals and shit. I think one of my mods said that the entire stream is up on Rumble right now. So let me see if I can find that. Rekieta. Remember when fucking Rumble offered this guy like a shit ton of money? I bet they're fucking regretting that shit now. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, okay. So this is the original. Okay, this is the original thing that he took off YouTube. Real quick, right here, the judge off the cop and the Elder Scrolls thing. So this is what you got to see in all its glory if you were there yesterday. So you sign into view account. Okay, whatever. Can't see the comments. So this is what you got to see. This is like a taste of what you got to see when he started to stream yesterday. Like it was just fucking abhorrent. All right, he couldn't manage anything. No, I don't have this muted either. This is literally like he just couldn't get his audio right. His bit rate was shit. You know, he's touching his nose, so that's always a good sign. Like, what is he doing here? I don't understand. This is a little cool. Then he turns it off, and then he goes back on. Just give it a second. He's still not talking. I can't hear it. Dude, is he just not saying anything? Like, I'm starting to think, is this my audio here? Or is this him?
Choppiness.
Okay, no, it was
and it's
literally
muted again. I fucking hate everything.
Okay, so this guy he's literally disoriented. So somebody said that he was drinking. I kind of believe you now. All right, he's definitely disoriented. He doesn't even know that he was fucking muted for about 2 minutes and shit. This is bad. This is bad.
And it's muted again.
This
I
is
fucking
really
hate
bad.
everything.
This is not good.
So I'm not sure what the choppiness is. Eventually, this is gonna work. Well, let me try killing some shit here. Get rid of this and this.
This is actually, but like realistically, dog, I'm gonna be like, this is really fucking sad, right? This Nick Rekieta that we're seeing here, like, if you guys have known Nick since like Weeb Wars and shit, or maybe even before that, you'll know that like this is really like the biggest downfall. Like, realistic, somebody should make like a documentary of like Nick's highs and Nick's lows. No pun intended. I don't think he's coming back from this. I don't think he's gonna bounce back. I'm inclined to agree with chat and poll. This guy is just not coming back from this. There's just no fucking way. This is bad. This is really bad. Like, I'm like conflicted because I do feel bad for him when I see this. Like, again, it's like a senile, decrepit old man at this point. Like a former, like, he's just a shell of what he used to be, man. It's just fucked up. Look at this. What is this shit? And like, he's just dazing off. He's fucking aged like 20 fucking years. This is really fucking bad. He's acting like an Alzheimer's patient at this point. It's not good. It's sad. It really is, right? And again, like, a part of me does feel bad, but the other part of me comes back to reality and sees this guy is just a fucking actual malicious piece of fucking shit. Like, he will weaponize his children. He will weaponize his family. He will put the kids in danger. He will fucking call you a pedophile. He will try to smear you. He will literally do a smear campaign on you. He'll cry victim. He'll do all this fucking heinous shit, right? He will turn on the people that he called friends. He will turn on the people that he called associates. He will turn on the people that he defended. He has no real principles. He's gone back on everything. He's shown you that he's a grifter and a con man. Like, everything, there's just still negative. There's not one positive. I'm struggling, Senny Squad. I really am. I'm trying to find a positive in this guy. Anything that we can cling on to. But there's just nothing there. And then, like, he goes in and he's, like, underhandedly, like, slapping the addicts in, like, the face and shit. And he's like, I'm better than you. You know, I don't know why I'm here. And it's just bad, bro. And I haven't even gotten to the baiting part. Apparently, he does. And I really want to see that part in particular. But, yeah, so, like, the stream itself, it wasn't on locals. Or it was on locals, rather. It wasn't on Rumble. It didn't end up being on Rumble. This is what you got to see. This was the YouTube Rumble experience. This is the video Rekieta pulled from his channel, because it really didn't do well. It was just bad.
Nope. Okay, I'm
Again,
gonna be right back.
a literal Alzheimer's patient. This is not good. This is really bad.
This is amazing. How's the audio? Is the audio garbage too? This is amazing. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna reboot. I'll be right back. Sorry about this. 1 second.
Yeah, and then you see like the fucking rumble sign for the entire thing, and this is all you saw. Like that's literally it. Like you hear nothing ever again. It's just static, and then the fucking thing just ends. And yeah, unfortunately, I can't see anything without signing in, and you know I'm not good with passwords or anything. So, fortunately, we won't even get to see those 34 fucking comments, bro. But I saw the comments on YouTube before he fucking deleted the stream, and it was not fucking good. One of them were like, hey, this is how you lose an audience in 10 minutes. Yes, very, very felt it. Fresca. That's right, Fresca there. Baldildo, the gateway to wife swapping and self-cuckoldry. Denial is supposed to be the first stage. He refuses to move forward because he cannot accept any fault whatsoever. Yeah, it kind of plays into like the whole fucking narcissism thing that seems to be like his major problem. Part of the thing that went ahead and like really pushed the downfall of Rekieta, I think. He should be grifting a redemption arc instead of fighting the government arc he's currently trying. Yeah, and it was started by Barnes, you know, Robert fucking Barnes, you know, another reject that goes ahead and tries the whole like, listen, man, you guys are too old to be doing this. Like, not that you should be doing it when you're younger, but I think you can get away with it a little bit because you're retarded, right? If you're younger, you're just like by nature. Until you're 25, you're gonna be fucking retarded, all right? You're gonna make retarded mistakes. And even some people, like fucking Tipster, they're like 30-something years old, and they're still fucking retarded. They still got like the mind of a fucking... they still got a mind of a teenager and shit, because they don't want to grow up. They're like Peter Pan, right? So it's like, yeah, like Barnes and fucking Rekieta, you guys gotta fucking stop. You guys are like 40 years old. You can't keep calling like everybody that hurts your feelings pedos, like in Kiwi Farms and shit. I don't even know what Kiwi Farms did to Barnes personally that made him just go ahead and like, I don't even know what Legal Mindset did to Barnes to make him call him a pedo, right? Like all of a sudden I'm just seeing Barnes just literally call Legal Mindset a pedophile, or at least imply it like Nick would. And then he just goes ahead and he straight up calls like the entire forum of Kiwi Farms like pedos and shit. So he's just like he's just kind of like projecting there, because I mean it's fucking Robert Barnes. And along that, another retarded thing that Barnes did is he's the one that initially gave Rekieta this fucking government angle. It's like, it's us versus the government, Nick. And he's like, oh, you should use that. And it was such a bad fucking angle that even Tug was shitting on it. And Tug has been fairly neutral from what I see. Like, Tug doesn't want to fucking, I think, burn the Rekieta bridge. And he maybe feels a little bad for him. But all things considered, he was given like some pretty neutral coverage of the entire situation. And he even fucking he didn't directly say Barnes is retarded, but he was like kind of like just implying it. And he was like, he didn't know, oh, I don't know why Barnes is saying that, the government angle or whatever. Like Tug basically called it fucking retarded, right? And then when Nick heard about it, like the following week, Nick's like, yeah, I don't know. I appreciate Barnes, but I don't know about this government. So then when Nick finally realizes that the government shit is stupid and doesn't really work for him, well, then he drops the government angle, and then he fucking, I don't know if he's dropped Barnes. I don't think he's dropped Barnes because he can't afford to lose any more people, you know, that are going to die on the hill for him. But like, he kind of says, yo, Barnes, buddy, chill a little bit, you know? It's not the government. It's not the government. It's bad. This is really fucking bad. All right, we still got recovery. Should have been in AA. The pontification and the story, and impatient rehab. Not how rehab works, and not drunk, just smug. So let's see here.
And they combine that with substance use, I guess, and they put you in a room, and this is what I want to stress to you. I'm sure recovery works for some people, but the program that they had me do just didn't amount to much of anything. And it's fine, because like I said, I don't care. Like, I don't...
He doesn't care, chat. Give me a 1 if you think Nick cares, okay? How about that? He doesn't care. I don't care, guys. I'm good. I'm fine. I swear. That's why I read my farms thread all the time. That's why I keep getting mad, and I'm still on the internet, and I'm malding here. Again, this was originally supposed to be a fucking stream about another topic, but of course, Nick's narcissism makes it all about himself at the end, right? At the ending of the day, as a bear would say. Fucking Nick has to make this all about himself because he's the protagonist in his mind. He has main character syndrome. He thinks he's the fucking protagonist of his mind. He's actually the antagonist, and he doesn't even fucking realize it. He's so deluded, my guys. Like, what the fuck? But of course, like I said, again, he has to make it all about himself. He could have talked about anything else. He could have fucking pretended to be a lawyer giving legal advice on the interwebs. But he can't even do that anymore. He's so full of himself. He has his head so far up his fucking rectum that he actually like, he can't. He just can't. Also, Jesus, you're not joking. That fucking nose. There's something, yeah, like he took something. There's just, look at that, dude. I'm not even exaggerating. Look at the fucking nose. Look at the nose. It's bad. It's pink. You can see it. It's actually discolored. Look at it in comparison to his other, like, that's, like, what was he doing, huh? What is he doing here? What did he do, chat? Like, did he do, okay, let me know. Tell me what you think he did before this, chat. Did he do, there's a lot of ones there. Did he take a little bit of coke or a little, or did he drink? Which one was it, guys? Almost at 200 likes. Oh shit! Shout out to you guys. All right, I don't know how many likes we have, because I don't have my can't afford 2 monitors. All right, we can't do that. Let me check real quick. 385 of you. 385 of you still in chat. Shout out to you. Ooh, and we have 198 likes. Can we hit that 200 mark? Can we hit that over 200 mark? If we hit that over 200 mark, I think we'll have to leave the stream public, chat. Okay, if we hit over 200, I think we have to leave the chat. We have to leave the stream up. All right, but still, you know, there's been some dicey shit that's happened, you know, thus far. So we're gonna have to see. You have to see, chat. We have to see. Okay, we still got a little bit of time to go in the stream. We're 2 hours in. We still got a little more to cover. So, you know, let's see. We know some of his looks, and I'm sure you're a perfect specimen. I mean, no, I'm not making fun of his looks. I'm just saying that his nose is red, which implies he might have had a little bit of a substance before the stream, which I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to do. So I'm saying, what did he take? Was it, there's a lot of people speculating that it was alcohol. And I mean, maybe he's drunk again. I mean, he's acting a little drunk, but who knows? And there's some people that are taking, like, maybe he had a little bit of a snorty snort moment, you know, much love XX, you know, something like that. But I don't know. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Did he have coke, or did he have a little drink? What did he do? What did he have, chat? Maybe Adderall? He can drive my sleigh any night. Oh shit. Nick has to come out of the closet before he can accept any other truth in his life. But he would get a job if he let his wife and kids to out his dreams of promiscuous homosexuality. I just learned why some coupons say they have a cash value of a percentage of a penny. He's an addict. I doubt he cares. Allergies, you incel Oh, right. You're right. No, you're right. It is allergies. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, totally. That's exactly what it is. Of course, there's an explanation for everything. Has Nick said that yet? By the way, like, if you point out that his nose is just like red as fuck, like red as Rudolph. Is he like, has he said, oh, it's allergies, you fucking A-long? I don't know.
I don't have any desire to go out and have drugs or alcohol.
Are you sure
It's
about
not a big deal. But I was like, what good did this do anybody? Like,
26 grams of coke, right? What was that? The 26 grams of coke in Rekieta's house, right? But he has no desire, right? He has no desire. That's why there were 26 grams of coke there. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I'm pretty sure I heard 26 grams. How many grams were we talking if I'm incorrect? Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
if you're, some of these guys are in there for a really long time. They're in there for a year, and they're not all in there because the court requires them to be in there. And so, like, for them, it's not the same thing. Like, if they're struggling with addiction and they buck up and they they're like, oh, well, they go and grab an 8-ball of meth or whatever. They don't go to prison because they're not on probation. Some of them are, but not all of them. So it was an interesting experience. I wanted to just say there's just been a lot of talk about, like, all the things I'm not doing and accountability and accepting responsibility. And it's funny because there's a bunch of people out there who talk about doing that. And it's that they're like,
oh god, is he about to maul that law tube again?
oh, this is what someone has to do. But that's it's just a concept to them. Like, they're not being asked to accept responsibility or take accountability of anything they've done, like, in any real way at the time. They're just pontificating about it, and that's fine for people to do.
Fine.
But people want, like, an instant result, and they want all of this stuff to have its, like, the whole story play out. But the story is not so quick, and the telling of the story doesn't get to be fast because we're on a government timetable. It's not mine. It's like people who, I got phone calls the day after I was arrested that said, plea out, go to rehab and plea out this week. And I'm like, you can't even do that. Like, you're not going to get the county attorney here to have a plea offer ready, and you're not going to negotiate one out in a week on this case. You're just not. You could in, New York or LA or Chicago or a large jurisdiction where they handle a bunch of drug cases. But out here, they're like, for reference, my case number is 341. That means in Candy, Ohio County in 2024, my case on May 23rd, was the 341st case in the county. All right? That's the numbering. That's how the numbering scheme goes. The 341st case. That's not a lot of crime. Right? That's 5 months into the year, they have 340 cases. Now, if you contrast that with someone who's charged with something up in St. Cloud, for example, who just had a hearing, his case number is 6910. Now, granted, there's several months of time between those two charges. You go from May to August. But that's 3 more months. And we're almost 7,000 cases in that county versus 340 cases in mine. And if the progression is linear, it would have been around 700 to 800 cases in my
Chat. Give me a 1 in chat if you think Nick is making no sense whatsoever. Give me a 2 in chat if you think... Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Alexis. That is exactly my emojis right now, too. Give me a 1 if you find this riveting, enlightening thing to make sense. Give me a 2 if you think he's just talking out of his ass because he's drunk as fuck. And he's fucking killing us in boredom, chat. Okay, I'm zoning. Yeah, I don't blame you. Why didn't he say linear that way? 1 1 hello. Can't even say linear right. 2 2 2. A bunch of 2s. Imagine the damage and humiliation of his children having their father do all of this to them. Dude, there's a lot more hold on, let me show you. Actually, you want to talk about humiliation? All right, those poor kids. All right, let me show you. Shorts. I'm pretty sure I have this as a short. Early on, yeah, I've made a couple Rekieta shorts here and there. All right. Which one is the one where he's like cross-dressing or whatever? That one's, oh, here it is. Yeah, okay, remember Rekieta fucking cross-dressed? Actually, this is on Elissa's. Wait, I can probably find this on Elissa's. Just the uncensored clip. Let's go to Twitter. Or X, as you call it. What is Elissa's thing? 3ED. Fuck, I could just say Elissa clips, right? Please tell me. Oh, this account does not exist. Okay, that was her old account. Okay. 329 ELB. 329 ELB. Oh, she's got a bunch of good clips here too. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, talk about Nick being an embarrassment to his children. Okay, aside from like the alcohol, like the drug use, the fucking you know, all the other shit, okay? You know, this is what Daddy does. And this wasn't, well, this was Nick when he was still just like an alcoholic. He wasn't even like, at this time he wasn't even like a drug addict yet. This is just alcohol Nick. This
I'm
is
almost 100% hydrated. I'm just about 3/4 of the way there.
What are you wearing? On?
Don't worry about it.
those poor fucking kids, bro. What the fuck? It's just, let's go from some of like Nick's old tweets from 2023 though. That's what prompted this entire thing. I don't know who started this, but apparently they deleted the post. He says Nick has issues. EBS has fallen to his base urges, but I don't know if he has fallen lower than the law pope. So this is around 2023. You know, what the fuck is this? What is that, Miss Piggy? What is this shit? That's funny. That looks like a Muppet. Okay, whatever. I still, I like and still watch Nick. He has unfortunately fallen from grace a little, damn, and drinking more, and it's sad to see him like this. I hope he can step away from this show and find some peace and get back to the old Nick he used to be. And this actually made Nick, this is back when he was still getting close to 1,000 on regular fucking quote tweet engagements. He has gone significantly down since then. But this is back when people would like, see, this is the behavior you're talking about, the narcissistic behavior. If you even mention Nick a little bit, like this person, the only bad thing this person said, and it's not even bad, it's a fair criticism, is that Nick has fallen from grace a little, but they said that they still like to watch him. And Nick immediately goes on like, man, I really like Nick. He's changed though. He drinks and tells crude jokes and talks about weird subjects. He should go back to being Nick. This literally every day. So you can see where the Ralphisms were starting to come out, really, right? So there's no real, like, you don't know if he was on, like, any of the drugs which make him more irritable or something, or maybe, like, whatever. You change when, oh my god, they just want me to go back to the youth haircut. I forgot. I have changed. Yes, please take advice from people with 5% of your subs on how to successfully run your channel. It's like getting your lottery. As if we had a lot of enablers for the Nick Rekieta camp here. I'm sure some of these are Kumalat too. So let's see. So Nick couldn't take any criticism. He says, I felt the trad cad nature was gone around the cross-dressing stream where you sat there mumbling ooh woo into the mic while probably drunk as shit. And then Nick says, I don't think I drank on that stream, actually. Wait, hold on. I got to do it in the Nick voice. I don't think I drank on that stream, actually. I didn't have anywhere to set a drink, and it was the middle of the day. Do you remember that lying thing? Okay, chat. You remember when I told you Nick threatened to strike Elissa clips and why he hates Elissa clips? You remember how I told you Nick lies all the time? Well, I mean, You know, sometimes a quote tweet is worth 1,000 words. Okay. And then Nick has to say, oh, and he tweets twice. Wait, hold on. Can you guys see this? Okay, so Nick says, rolling on the floor laughing. I guess I was wrong. Yeah, that's so like you, Nick. And then here he replies again, and he says, oh, was that a bottle of wine? Rolling on the floor laughing. Looks like Stella Rossi. That shit is like 5% alcohol. This person says, typical wine mom to say it like that, Nikita. Very fatherless behavior, to where Nick says, yes, I was being an e-girl. So there it is. There's Nick constantly lying again. Goes as far back as 2023. Probably goes as far back as the Weeb Wars and even further. But that's Nick Rekieta for you. You know, like fucking lawyer extraordinaire. Okay. Yeah, 2 minutes left on this. Yeah, 15 minutes, 54 seconds. We got 2 minutes on this, and we got a couple other clips to go. How's this poll going so far, guys? What's the poll at? 259 votes have been cast. Okay, do you think Nick can be redeemed? And still a unanimous 86% of you say, fuck no. No chance in hell, all right? And then like the 14% of you guys still holding out hope right now say that yes, Nick Rekieta can still be redeemed. Is that you, Melanie Mac? Are you one of the people that voted yes? Because according to Melanie Mac, you know, you can do all the fucking bad things you want as long as you like pray to imaginary Skyman or whatever. All right, he will forgive you. Like you can commit a literal murder, you be a pedophile like Dr. Disrespect. And, like, imaginary Skyman will forgive you if you say sorry, according to Melanie Mac. All right? The selective fucking Christianity. You gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. Dad of the year. Yeah, that's right. He is the dad of the year. Melanie Mac needs more tattoos. Melanie Mac. I can't even say what I want to say, dog. 900 was typically what I paid 20 years ago. Coke is expensive. Fentanyl is cheaper than Starbucks. You guys think that fucking Nick uses fentanyl? I'm actually kind of curious what you think of that. Fuck, I don't know how to spell fentanyl. Can somebody spell fentanyl for me in the chat so I can copy and paste it for the next poll? Yeah, I want to run a new poll because I'm actually curious if you guys think Nick is doing fentanyl or if he's just sticking to, like, you know, the cocaine and shit. Because, I mean, here, at this point here, like, I'm just making, like, a semi-accurate presumption here, okay? Like, Nick doesn't have a lot of money. He's admitted that he's fucking getting fucked right now in the money side of things and shit. His super chats aren't what it used to be either. But, like, you know, could that be the reason he's turning to fentanyl? I don't know, chat. I don't know. I want to run this poll. Something. Okay, thank you, Kangalop. All right. Yeah, okay. Fentanyl. All right. Can I copy and paste this? Okay, thank you. All right, now we can run the poll. All right, first, gotta end this one. I guess Rekieta's not going to be redeemed. He's going to be in the fires of hell. Is Nick doing fentanyl? No. Okay. I'm actually curious how what you guys think about that. Not Fent, but definitely not cola and booze. It's becoming infuriating seeing Chrissy Meyer and Melanie sweep for Nick, then show up on FNT with Nerdrotic. Starting to doubt your integrity there, Gary. Yeah. That's the thing with the network, right? Remember, I always like chat when I talk to you about like the network and shit, and I talk about it and I bring it up, and I brought it up like in the past as well. I'm not shitting you. I'm not joking, and I'm not being like this conspiracy theorist. You guys have seen it. You guys see it all the time. You guys have seen an excessive amount of sweeping lately. I think that's what's opening you guys up to seeing it. Because I used to say this, like, oh, it's part of the network. Like, they're like, okay, well, if Nick is such a piece of shit, why isn't Flash calling him out right now? Right? That's what they would say. And I'm like, because of the network, pal. And it's like, well, what are you talking about, Sen? You're a conspiracy theorist. No, literally, it's part of the network. Because, look, to be fair, though, with Nick, you know, it finally crossed the line to where like Flashes I've seen been fairly consistent on this point. If there's anything involving kids and stuff and you putting them in danger, Flash will disavow, right? And probably cut ties with you like you did with Nick. Because Nick did that one too many times and then like, you know, Flash cut him off and Nick got pissy and shit like that. But like at the time, before anybody knew about like the fucking 26 grams of cocaine and the child testing positive for cocaine and Nick having sex with random people like while their kids slept in the same room or the same house. I'm sorry. If you wanted to be bad fate like Nick is being to anybody that discredits him or like makes him look bad, right? Like he is to like the farmers or Josh or whatever, you can say that, but we're not going to do that to Nick. All right, we're going to try to be a little better than him right now. All right, in terms of the moral department, yeah, imagine that. MrSEN lecturing you on fucking morals. The fucking world has stopped, bro. Hell has frozen over, whatever there. Like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. All right, TLDR, it's bad. But like, yeah, the network exists. Melanie Mac and fucking whatever still probably have a connection with Nick. But it's only a matter of time before like that connection is going to become a liability because this guy is like, you can't tell me this guy is not on a downward spiral at this point. Like not only is he on a downward spiral, but he's lost a lot of fucking worth. Like Nick used to be worth so much that Rumble wanted to exclusively sign him to contracts and shit. Ain't nobody's gonna do that now, bro. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Ain't nobody's gonna do that now. Like his high days are gone. Not in no pun intended again, but like those big highs he had, like with the Rittenhouse case and the Johnny Depp case, they're gone. There's just no way in fuck he's ever gonna go back. Like he's betrayed too many of his people. He's betrayed his fan base too many times. He can't stop the lying. He can't stop the narcissism, and it doesn't work for him anymore because now there's so much shit on him. Like, not only is he a pathological liar, like the farms are constantly laughing at him so much that he just doesn't want to fucking do anything. Like, he's literally become this whole, like, I can't say anything because Kiwi Farms is gonna get shit on me. And then we know what's going to happen there. Then the fucking cycle continues. Nick will read his Kiwi Farms thread. He'll get mad. He'll do some more retarded shit. And then we're back where we started. Like, this is just the fucking cycle. He can't help himself, bro. Like, he can't. It's really bad. Let me see where that poll's at, actually, though. Damn, it's pretty split so far. Is Nick doing fentanyl? 54% of you guys think Nicky the Nose is doing fentanyl. Oh my, it's so over, bro. But 47% of you think that he's not, so he's sticking with the other stuff. But it's not good. Let's see. I don't think he's on the fent unless he's on subs or methadone to kill the withdrawal symptoms. The problem is that nearly everything gets cut with fent nowadays. Damn, that is true. Nah, you'd be able to tell easily. Fentanyl is more like crack. He doesn't have the sway. Rarely is coke cut with fent. That's a boomer talking point. Fentanyl is commonly mixed into cocaine. Fentanyl is a prescription medication that has been out for decades. At the same time, side-scrollers wasted no time telling Nick to fuck off. If Nicky was on fent, he would have a zombie stare with pinpoint pupils, not even blinking at reality. He'd be nodding off like trying to solve a math problem in their head. The cycle of life is so beautiful. And like, that's another thing. There's just so many memes to make about Nick. Like, here's the thing that I've come to realize, right? If an e-celeb or like an internet personality fucks up, like, it's bad, but usually what happens is, like, it's even worse if you completely continue to fuck up, which I think is the main problem here, right? He continuously fucks up. He refuses to take any advice. He's isolated most of, if not all, his friends or people that he's called his friend, right? And he just keeps doing it, and he does it, and he keeps doing it, and he can't go back to normal. Like, there have been content creators that have gone from controversies and have just immediately, or if not eventually, gone back and gotten on the horse and just continued their content creation and just continue to do what they do. You know, be entertainers, you know, make their money, I guess, in some cases, and just continue on, right? And then they don't fuck up anymore, or they take a while to fuck up. But the problem with Nick Rekieta is that he just consistently fucks up, right? Look, he was quiet for about a fucking week, right? He robbed us of content, didn't want to give us any content, right? What happens, like, literally a week later? He can't help himself. He tries, he's making fucking shitty posts on locals. He's putting them on like private now because he doesn't want them getting leaked out so people can make fun of him. He's going on random fucking streams. He's fucking giving people money like a cuck, like a literal cuck, because there are people that are talking shit about him or pointing out how retarded he is, or he's trying to cozy up to people of no relevance, right? So he's just doing cuck things all around, right? And then he comes back and he has this disaster fucking stream that doesn't make him look good in any way, shape, or form. I don't know why he had to make it all about himself again. He should have not. He should have just talked about that fucking judge. Why did he have to go on locals and make this, you know, a private stream that's gonna get leaked, Nick? It doesn't matter if you try to have it in a in your own little space or whatever where you feel protected. It's gonna get out and people are gonna mock the shit out of you because you usually say retarded shit either way, right? It's just bad. This is just not good. It doesn't make him look good. It doesn't make him look reformed. It doesn't make him look redeemable. This just makes people just say, yeah, I mean, I'm glad I tuned out because, like, this is a fucking sinking ship. It's gonna continue to fucking sink like the Titanic. There's no coming back from this, right? I'm sure, like, fucking Kumalat is having buyer's remorse that say Nick won and shit, you know? That fucking terrible stream. Let's go. Actually, let me show you what I'm referencing. Let's see if we can find that. What was it? Was it on the Camelcast? Camelot's podcast. That's so we can fucking find it. Wait a minute. That's not the Camelot. Camelot 331, right? It's just fucking stupid shit. With Zia. He's got the lovely Zia coming in and, you know, like, I don't know, rubbing yourself or some shit. Zia is the gooner bait that he keeps. All right. Well, here it is. Rekieta Law won an entire 3-hour stream about a month ago. Notice how Kumalat has not had a stream on Rekieta since, right? He has not had this same title. He probably has buyer's remorse at this point. If you think Rekieta won, you are fucking retarded, dog. Like, you are literally fucking stupid. What is this? The drama goes into overdrive. The Camelcast. Let's go. That somehow pulled in more viewers than, like, Goonerbait Zia for some reason or whatever. What is Zia looking like in this, actually? Is she looking like a snack, chat? Is she looking like a snack? I guess. I don't know. How do you rate Zia, guys? Chat, what do you rate Zia? See, there she goes. She just fucking... All she's worth is being Goonerbait for the fucking chat. The lovely Zia, everybody. Zia! Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Zia. I'll give Zia this. She's probably more entertaining than Nick at this point, because god fucking damn it. I feel like I'm taking fentanyl when I watch fucking Nick Rekieta, bro. I'm dying. And I don't even know what fucking fentanyl feels like, but somebody in chat said it's like, you're like tired as fuck or some shit. Dude, if that's what fentanyl feels like, Nick Rekieta is literally the human fucking fentanyl. Alright, he will make you fucking pass the fuck out. You need, like, something to keep you up. You need somebody to keep you fucking awake when this guy is fucking rambling on about his pretend knowledge of the legal system that gets debunked by other fucking better lawyers on a regular fucking basis. It's just not good, man. Fuck! The kiwi farmers! The fucking people he tries to talk down to fucking disprove him. This is bad. It's just not good. There are no redeeming qualities anymore. It's all gone to shit.
I can actually, if you look at April's case, you can find out kind of that linear progression of case numbers that they've had. Whereas the other one is significantly higher. Different counties have different ways of dealing things. Just weren't going to get through that case in a week. It wasn't going to happen. They don't have the same machine. That being said, the other part of that was people said, go to rehab, check yourself into rehab. And people wanted me to go to inpatient rehab. to do like, I don't know, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. And they're like, that'll be good. And that's not how rehab works. It's also not how the law works. And it wouldn't have made any sense to do so. It's like you're watching TV or something. And someone's like, just go. You just go. Like, you have to have a diagnosis, typically. Now, if you're rich and a celebrity, you can go to rehab, and that rehab is basically a really fucking nice detox resort. Sure, they have all of that stuff. But real people who have real problems and real court cases, you don't just go, well, I'm going to just run and I'll just check myself into rehab. Like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, who cares? Like, I'll just be in there. You can't just do that. And pile that on with, we had a family law case going with our kids involved. Like, we couldn't be gone for 6 to 8 weeks. They needed us here. They needed us to do various things and meet various goals to go ahead and resolve that. The practicality of law and the criminal justice system is so much different than the impact people seem to give it. And it clashes heavily with their expectations and their desires for a quickly resolved story. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. The story's got a long way to go. KCP says he's drunk.
God, Nick, I hope so. I fucking really hope that this story doesn't end just like this. Okay, I really, really hope so, because it'll make for some more memorable moments. Apparently somebody's calling him out in chat and saying that he's drunk now.
Guys, I have almost daily urinalysis tests going back to June. I can't drink. Oh my god.
So is it morphine sulfate? Wait a minute. Okay, this is moving way too fast. Hold on. Let me close this real quick. Cancel. All right. Yeah, let me pull this up real quick for a second. Not sure whether this crowd knows it or not, but Rekieta and Lady Gollum both have prescriptions for opioids, so he is just taking a lot of that. Ceiling cats are called. That's right. There you go. Ceiling cats. Ceiling cats. Tug made talk of behind the scenes plans to get him into rehab. Oh, really? When was this? Was this one of his streams, or like was this, where was this? Two things can be true. Street folk get junk drugs mixed with fentanyl. Rich folk get the clean stuff. Yeah, like, I'm only basing this off of like Nick being short on money nowadays. Or at least that's how it made it seem like. Okay, now I've figured out that like that was only part of the stream where we went over a lot of shit. But then there are these two clips over here. These are like I don't know if these are the super chat ones, but here's like the cost of exposing your children and how the system worked. We got to see this. And we got Nick's strategy in the Aaron case. So which one do we want to go with, chat? Which one do we want to watch? You know what? It's time. This is what we're going to do, okay? We're going to run a poll. How do you like my polls? I love making polls, dude. I love polls. Polls are great, all right? When you're dying, you kind of don't care. Tug made a stream talking about getting Nick help with Camelot. What are they? Wait a minute. Wait, Camelot? I thought Camelot said that he was winning. What are you talking about? Camelot, what are you doing? You said he was winning. You were one of the main enablers of this behavior. Is he actually getting buyer's remorse, like I said? Like, does he actually think, oh shit, I shouldn't have enabled the fuck out of Nick. Now he's gonna fucking he looks like an Alzheimer's patient. He's fucking up on a regular basis. I don't know, chat. Nick's sending in his dog's urine sample so they think he's still clean. I wouldn't put it past him to do this or do that, actually. That's the fucked up part. One of the royal family in England has her nose caved in from snorting too much coke. I bet he got the good stuff. Testing kits aren't expensive. You're an idiot if you buy ghetto drugs and don't test them. Post-arrest stream Tug had with Megan. Not sure whether it's crowned and read that. we wanted impatient because we wanted him to fight for the betterment of his family. Well, good luck with that. Nick, if you're watching, you're doing great, and a good idea to have your skank live in your home, and don't try any crazy drug alternatives. Yeah, you should have a drink. He's earned it. He definitely has. Nick can't drink. He's started getting the shakes like he had in church. Okay, so let's see. Sort of poll. Which one are we gonna watch? Which clip are we gonna watch next? Clip next. All right. Let's see here. So we got Nick's strategy. Nick's strategy. Aaron Seed. Yeah, let's just call it that. Let's just call it what it is, okay? Aaron Seed. And the cost of exposing your kid to coke. You know what? This is too long. Drug test and bond. Drug test and bond. Nick copes about. No, wait. This actually sounds better. About being bad parent. Okay, that's better. That's more. That's it. There you go. These are the two options, chat. These are your two options. The next clip here. All right. Right here. So this is the Aaron mold, Nick's strategy, Aaron mold, blah, 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 blah. Or we're going to watch the cost of exposing your children to coke, how the system works, and drug and test bond. So Nick giving his like expert parenting advice right here. Go ahead and take that poll. I will be right back, chat. I'm going to get one final little one final break. I wonder what I'm going to... Water. Yeah. It's good old water. We don't want to pull a nose, all right? Let's do this, chat. All right, let's do this. The cost of exposing your children, dude. That's a fucking. That's fucked up. Wait, real quick. I want to check something. All right, we're gonna get. Okay, I'm not trying to blue ball you. Okay, we're gonna get to this. But I'm actually curious. How many fucking likes do we get? Yeah, 232 likes. I get 232 likes on this. We have 350 viewers. All right. Can we get 250 likes, though, by the end of the stream? That's the real question, chat. What do you think? Let's set that as our goal right there. Let's see if we can get 250 likes. All right. Let's see if we can get that going. But let's go. The cost of exposing your children to cocaine, how the system works. Drug tests and bond. Okay, I can't wait to fucking hear this.
Daily, that must be outrageously expensive. Okay, so, yeah. Here's the thing. It's almost like I know how the county system works, right? So people were mad at me. Not mad at me, I don't know. People were critical of me posting bond. Now, of course, I wanted to post bond. My bond was $5,000. And as people have told me, I'm so dumb for doing this. But again, they don't realize the timeline we're on or anything like that. The idea was that I knew I didn't want to have to pay. If you're charged by the state of Minnesota with a drug or alcohol related crime, you have to pay for any testing that's done. Okay, so I posted bond, knowing that I would have to pay for all of the fucking testing. Now, got rid of that. There's no testing because there's no conditions. However, in our family law case, with the kids and all that shit, they put restrictions on us and they did the testing. But when the county does the testing for family services, they have to pay because it's not criminal court and they don't, part of their reduced expectations, like it's a huge infringement into your life and your liberty. And you have an inherent right to parent your children. And the state is reaching in and stopping that and intervening there. Part of the exchange of that is they have to pay for the testing that they want to do. So to let you know how much it costs is every time you take a pee test, it is $75. I know this because I have had to pay for several of them that we did voluntarily for various reasons at various points during these cases. Don't worry about it, but it's $75 a shot. If I would have had to be paying $75 a shot on every test coming up through here, I think I'm already past $5,000 based on how many tests I've done. And we're not even close. Like, if I win at Omnibus, it'll be done. And that's great. If I don't win at Omnibus, if we don't get our Franks hearing and we push towards...
Chat, do you think he's going to win or do you think he's going to lose? Be honest. Give me a 1 if you think he's going to win. Give me a 2 if you think he's going to lose.
going to trial, that's not going to be until December, January, maybe even February of next year. And those restrictions are going to stay, or would in theory stay in place. Now, obviously, I'm on unconditional bond, so eventually it's possible that I will not have a restriction. We'll see. But in the meanwhile, still on the old monitoring, which is great. But you can't, like, here's the thing. You can't afford it. No one can afford this shit. And it's brutal. It's really brutal on people who are indigent. It's really brutal on people who make middle class incomes. Because they don't have the resources to keep the fight going. To see the system applied towards people who don't have any resources to fight is awful. And that's every guy I was sitting next to in recovery. You know, like they don't know their basic rights. They don't know that when, it's interesting to see, but they don't know that when family services tells you to do something, you can say no. G-Men NC says, what are your bond conditions? I'm on an unconditional bond, but again, as part of our family law case, we have monitoring for sobriety. So that'll end eventually. I don't know the exact date, but on that date we'll be good.
Okay, Nick. All right. I'm glad.
Daily, that must be
glad
outrageous.
there's some optimism there. There's some light at the end of the tunnel for Nick Rekieta. Okay. Well, let's see what you guys ended up saying. You said nope. Well, I said a lot of twos. So I guess Nick didn't, or at least in you guys' point of view, he's not gonna pull it off. Okay. It's nice to hear he's being punished financially by this process too. You reap what you sow. Honestly, I'm just glad people stopped donating $20 to Nick to deliver a depressing toast to a dead family member. So, like, I remember the days of Rekieta, like, these were the Weep Wars days, right? Where Nick was like, remember I don't know if any of you guys are there from the Weep Wars era with Nick, but like, he would have these stupid justice chats, and I think it was like $25 or $50, and he would like be forced to read them like right there and then or whatever. I wonder if he still does this. Does he still do this? If you guys are there from that era, does he still do the justice chats, or did he just like stop that? Did the police also plant the drug recovery? Yeah, I don't know what happened to like fucking Rekieta's. You know, remember how Rekieta was going around saying that the police planted everything, and that it's you remember that shit? And then he just does so many contradictory things. It's fucking crazy. It's like he's like the police are against me, and then he snitches on Aaron to the police, which we're gonna watch that clip too. His whole, like, his strategy for this entire thing, which is essentially, I think, from what I've heard so far, it's just him seething about Aaron Imholte. We're going to see that. I couldn't stand those stupid toasts he would always do while holding up his glass of liquor. Yuck. No $20. Oh, the justice chats were $20? Okay, I don't know why you just didn't make them $50. Pepperidge Farms remembers. They remember a lot. They do remember a lot. The prosecutor has him by the Balldo. He's going down. Yeah, he hasn't just been making the right calls, I think. I don't know. Nick is back to being fucking unhinged. All right. So I think this will be the final clip, which is essentially him seething about Aaron. And I have no idea if, like, Sean from Potentially Criminal is going live. I guess I could check real quick. Let me see. Potentially Criminal. Does anybody know? Actually, can anybody in chat tell me is Sean going live from Potentially Criminal? Let's see. No, I don't think he's going live. Wait, he is. All right, he is going live. Okay, so I'll just watch this, and then we'll, like, might give him a nice little raid if it allows me to on the YouTubes. I'm trying to get that working, but yeah, let's go ahead and see this. Nick's strategy, Aaron's case, and the magical lawyer words. This tangent is hard to follow. Ooh, fucking boy. I guess we saved the best for last. Holy shit. Alright, I guess we saved the best for last. But the real question, chat, is do we leave this up? Do we leave this fucking stream up? Do we leave this VOD up? Well, yeah, it looks like we haven't hit our goal of 250 likes, sadly. So it's not looking very good, but we'll see. We will see how it works out, okay? We'll see. Because I got 350 of you guys here, 238 likes. We'll see. We'll see. We still got this entire thing to go, and it looks like it's juicy, chat. It looks like we saved the best for last. So let's just see what this is. Elissa titled it, Nick's Strategy, Aaron's Case, and Magical Lawyer Words. This tangent is hard to follow. So I'm already looking forward to this. All right, let's see. Let's do a nice little,
there's a whole lot of
refresh for good measure. Nicholas Rekieta. All right, there you go.
case left. And everybody just wants it done because they want the story to be out there and they want me to just spill the beans on whatever. And I posted this on Locals the other day. It's like, I read about strategizing. It's like, Nick is trying to do this and this and this and this. And I'm like, holy fuck, guys. I'm trying to not eat a bullet every day. Like, that's what my focus is. It has nothing to do.
Okay.
You're like, oh, he's doing this to try and make the... And it's like people think that I have anything that I can do in Aaron's case in St. Cloud, but I don't. Like, I don't know that I'm even a witness. Like, I guess I'm a potential witness, but I have no idea if they would call me. Like, they don't need me for the criminal act. They don't need me for it. Because I wasn't sitting there, I don't suppose, when he sent the message. I mean, I could see it on TV, right? Like everybody else. But I'm not like there. So they don't necessarily need my testimony because it wouldn't be any more valuable. Now, there are other aspects of it that they may ask for testimony about. They may need them, they may not. I don't know. We'll find out. But I don't have any say in that case. I don't have any say in how it's run. I've never talked to the DA. They've never talked to me. There's no like, people are like, oh, Nick is doing this. And it's like, these aren't chess pieces. And it's not fun. And it's not like it's not a game and it's not a drama show. Like, I know you're watching our lives and it's dramatic. Please.
You broadcasted your life for the entire internet. You started cross-dressing in the middle of stream for money, right? While you're like taking like big amounts of alcohol, and then you just try to lie about it. And you did this all in front of your children. All right, this is already cap. All right, this is big capizzi right here.
Don't misunderstand me. I mean, it's not General Hospital, man. It's not a script. It's not Game of Thrones. There's no Targaryens like being moved across a board. You know, like, why would Nick do this right now? I'm like, because that's life. Like, that's the life that you encounter at this point. And the life you encounter is a product of your decisions that you've made leading up to the spot you're at. but that's the life that you encounter. Like that moment that you have to make a choice, A or B. And people have no fucking clue. Like, because unless you've been in like a similar situation, maybe just don't understand the decision making that goes in, but you're not really worried, one, about like your choices aren't influenced by people gossiping on the internet, for one. For two, like, you're really not worried about all these legal maneuvers. You're desperately wanting your lawyer to find the right things and the magic words to make your case go away. Because lawyers are magicians. I had this discussion a long time ago, but lawyers are magicians. There's magic words. And if the right magic words get said, the magic trick happens and everything goes away.
Yes. The right magic words, chat. Do you guys know what the right magic words for Nick would be to help him? Help him out, chat. Give Nick the magical word. Be a lawyer be Nick Rekieta for. Actually, no, that's horrible. Just be a fucking like bootleg lawyer or whatever. Just give Nick some magical words. All right. What are some magical words Nick Rekieta needs right now?
Houdini, like David Copperfield, right? Like there's drug charges, poof, and they're gone, right? Like that's the magic words that I want my lawyer to find. That's what I'm doing. Like, I want that to happen. And so anything I can do to assist my lawyer in finding those magic words, that's what I'm trying to do. To give you an idea of what that looks like on the average day, it's me pouring through discovery, watching video, listening to interviews, maybe researching cases, but not a lot of that because, we're not at the stage to be... Like our paperwork's filed, so there's not like anything for me to research right now. It's literally just going through discovery. What do we have? What does the state have? Is the state following the rules? And the other part of that is me not saying something that will lock in a fact or eliminate a legal defense online. A lot of lawyers talk about, oh, you should shut the fuck up and not say anything online. And again, yes, but practically that can be very difficult depending on who you are. Obviously, I have the ability to shut up for about 3 weeks. I've been wanting to stream for a couple days. Things just didn't work out over the past couple. But it's not so simple as just like, shut up. Or if you say something, it's bad. It's not always bad. Just because you talk about your case doesn't mean you're locking down a specific thing or eliminating a specific defense. A lot of times there are facts that you can relay or things that you can say that are already really well established and public. It's like, for example, I was pulled over.
Chat, do you think he knows what the fuck he's talking about? Be fucking honest here, okay? Like, do you think he knows what the hell he's saying right now? Like, is any of this resonating with you? Does any of this make sense to you? It's just me that's like an uncultured swine that doesn't understand. If you sing cocaine in the mirror 3 times, Eric Clapton will appear. Drink, you heretic. He said that about Ron Toye to shut up. Someone please tell Ron Toye to DM Nick. Yeah, a lot of the fucking shit that that Nick would say to like the opposition during the Wii Wars days, he's now fucking doing. Another issue that people had with Rekieta is that like it's the obvious. He's a fucking hypocrite. Is the Vic Mignogna lawsuit explained? What the fuck? Oh, Ethan Van Sciver went over this shit? Why the fuck is Ethan Van Sciver going over this? What the fuck? Okay, let me see. Let's see if we can find this. Nick Rekieta, Ron Toye. Let's see if we can find on better days. What comes up? Like the first thing that comes up when we look up Nick Rekieta and Ron Toye. Oh, it's just a waifu. Oh, it's because it's fucking Hero Hey, of course. This is back when like Hero Hey and everybody was like standing Nick. The glory days, I think. Stream rant. Ron Spurgations, the lies of Ron Toye. Man, this is not age well. Nick Rekieta goes off on Rontoy over alleged spousal abuse. Oh, a good old Nicky rant. Nick Rekieta rant on Rontoy stream highlights. Oh wow, like the glory days. I wonder if is this channel even still active anymore? No, I guess they dropped it. I wonder if this person is watching Rekieta now. Oh, what happened to him over the years? Is there Nick Rekieta take on me? Dude, it's so fucked up because you see all this shit. He used to be on top, bro. Like he used to be the top guy, and now he's just been relegated to like shit. He's shit. Sounds like he's ordering food at Denny's. Wink, wink. Ha ha ha. Good one. Balldo's in heaven. Yeah, let's see what the old Nick Rekieta. Let's see Nick's old fucking rants, all right? From the glory days. Good old Nick.
So I apologize for that. It is midnight, y'all. It is midnight reset.
Jesus, this is horrible quality. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, this is so bad. This quality's so bad. But yeah, look at how young he looks. This was 4 or 5 years ago, give or take. Look at the fucking, it's night and day, bro. Dude, this guy's aged like 20 years. This is literally 5 years ago. Look at how young he looks in here. Well, like how much healthier he looks. Look how much he's aged. Okay, he's like fucking, he looks 60, 70 years old. Here he looks like fucking like early 30s, right? Or something. Look at it. Look at it. Dog, it's so bad. What the fuck did Hero Hey have to say about this at the time?
So Ron Toy wants to fight Nick Rekieta, and I don't think that's a good idea for Ron. I had a little discussion with Nick Rekieta, Anime Matsuri. Now, this was on a live stream, so some of you saw this.
Did you put on the Balldo, Hero Hey? Did you put on the Balldo?
But a lot of people weren't able to tune in, and Anime Matsuri was, actually, this is crazy, but over a year...
Remember back when, like, Rekieta wasn't calling anime fans pedophiles and he was going to these events? I remember.
A year ago now. This month, around the middle of June last year is when Anime Matsuri went on. So our communities have grown since then, so I think a lot of people don't know this about Nick. Let me show you a few things.
But I know that is a lot less expensive to litigate than a defamation case. It's about 40 grand. So
for what?
To litigate or to handle an assault case.
Glorious Weeb Wars, bro. Glorious Weeb Wars. Okay, let's just fucking... Let's just go to the nose.
Triangles are fun because big guys.
Yeah.
Big guys, you got to do a triangle.
You know what I mean?
What's it called when you do the gi choke?
Dude, he's fucking aged so badly, bro. I know, dude, I know it seems like I'm autistically, like, hyperfixating on this, but, like, Jesus Christ. The comparisons, bro. It's like night and fucking day. Holy fucking shit, bro. Literally 20 years off his fucking life. Oh my fucking god, bro. That's bad. That's really fucking bad. All right, get out of here.
I was stopped and a cop approached me on the day of my arrest in my car about a half a mile from my house. Like that happened. And nothing I say right there locks me into an answer that could have been something else. Like, there's no way I'm going to claim that I wasn't there because I was there. Like, that's where they got me. There's an officer who's got me there. Actually, there were two. Like, that happened. There's nothing I need to worry about when I say that because there's nothing about that scenario where I'm going to get out of it. If you have some, like, land whale out there telling you that certain...
What?
Oh, God, if he says this, it's like...
Is he fucking seething about Sean again? Wow, what a fucking... Chad, is that him seething about Sean? Yeah, it is. Oh my god, okay. So he is seething about fucking Sean again. Jesus. That's the face of pure seed, dog. Look at that shit. That is fucking perfect. Oh my god. Okay, let me see. Let me check this out real quick. Word of salad that Kamala would be proud of. Drugs and alcohol abuse causes Balldo brain damage. The medallion sucked him for sure. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Yeah. The Sonichu medallion. It's claimed Mutahar. It's claimed Boblax. It's claiming Nick Rekieta. It claimed, who else did it claim? That Sonichu medallion is just like, it's fucking cursed, bro. All right, I know like everybody. I think didn't Ralph put it on too, and then his life went to hell even more than it already was. That fucking medallion, chat. That medallion is bad. It's bad news. It's bad juju. Do not take it. Do not ever take the. Not put that fucking cursed artifact on you. All right. Sean is fat. The most obvious thing about Sean, he just keeps repeating it over and over and over again. Well, here's the thing. Here's remember when I told you about like when you make them like when you fuck up or you have one like flawed or whatever, right? It's like people will eventually be like, oh, it's getting old or whatever. So the point is like when you repeatedly make fuck ups though, like Nick, that's the real thing. Because it's like, well, there's a bunch of shit we can say about Nick, right? There's only one thing he's gonna keep saying about fucking Sean, right? Over and over and over again. And he's gonna seethe about him and he's just gonna repeat that over and over and over again. But there's not even any originality behind it, right? Like he doesn't even try to put a nice little twist on it. He doesn't even try. He's not even having fun with it, right? Like if I make fun of Diorio for being like as big as like the fucking, I call him Moby Nick for a reason, okay? Because multiple reasons. One, because he's a fucking flagger, right? He's a literal flagget, okay? That's why I don't like Diorio first and foremost. Second, he keeps fucking, you know, like whatever. There's a lot of reasons not to like Nicky D, but whatever. I try to put some originality behind it, and I have a good time saying it. Nick is just literally fucking seething about this, right? He's not even having fun with it. Like, he's just angry. He's just straight up angry. Like, there's no... Look at that face. Anytime. You know why? Because he wishes he could be as good of a lawyer as fucking Sean, right? That's what it is, right? Because, again, when he's not malding about Sean, he's malding about Andrew. That's legal mindset. He's always malding about those two people in particular because he feels like he got slighted by them the most. And, I mean, they kind of just like one-up them overall, right? They probably swayed some of his audience members away from him as well. So he feels like slighted by that, you know? It is what it is, chat. That's just the way the Nicky crumbles, I guess.
Most of the time, people aren't talking about those types of issues. People being me. Most of the times, I'm not talking about any of those issues. If I'm talking about any facts, they're pretty well established. If I'm talking about legal defense...
Wait a minute. Facts and well established don't fucking fit in the same sentence as you, Nick. I'm sorry. Because if they were, you wouldn't be in this situation, right?
Not locking myself into any legal defenses. I haven't discussed legal strategy really at all. I haven't really even discussed our motion paperwork. We'll see how it goes. Like I didn't draft it. It's what my lawyer put forward. So I have to put my faith in this other person and let them go, right? And so in the meanwhile, just have to wait. And you don't get to say too much, or you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. Because even if you things can be taken out of context really quickly and they can try and use them against you. But the reality is most of my day is spent thinking about my case, going through things. There's so much information. And I have, like, the way my brain works, I have to go through it over and over and over again. And so, like, that's kind of what I do. Even when I'm not physically reading something, I'm usually, I've got a pretty good mental picture of what it says and I'm reading through it again. So it's that, but that makes it kind of difficult to stream because it's all I really want to talk about. And I do quite a bit because my case is pretty fascinating. And it's a shame, like, because I can't share the information that makes it fascinating because
like he's making it sound like there's gonna be like this grand epiphany, right? Like eventually something's gonna come out that's gonna turn the tides and it's gonna be like, see, you all have egg on your face now. Like that's how he's making it sound. Like the only problem with that is like I'm not. I don't think I could believe him because he's done this before. He's made it seem like he has like this 20D chess move or whatever, or he has like all the answers, and that this is all a big misunderstanding. And I mean, like, I don't even want to get into like the fact that, again, for 5 years or so, he was parading around saying how Kiwi Farms was wrong about him, and then it turned out to be the opposite. And it wasn't even just one thing; it was like multiple things. It wasn't even just Lady Rackets being a whore. It wasn't even just him being a swinger. It wasn't even him being like a bad parent or whatever. It wasn't even all. It's just multiple things stack up, and he just denied it at every fucking turn. That's why I made it short about this. Chat is literally him lying to Sean and saying Kiwi Farm says the most horrendous things about me, and it's not true. They say my wife's a whore. They say I commit literal crimes, and it's like, well, buddy. We fast forward a little bit and look at this. Look at what happened. You do commit crimes. You committed a crime, Nick. I think you committed multiple crimes. Your wife is a whore. She fucked Aaron. All right, you let Aaron fuck your wife, right? Okay, you let other people fuck your wife too. So they were right about that too. That's the problem with believing Nick, you know, and that fucking credibility thing kind of comes into play. And it's kind of like, I'll tell you like the real fascinating thing about it. The real fascinating thing about it, Nick, is how you went from being one of the most, Rekieta, went from being one of the most credible people on YouTube, right? Because people were just believing you at every turn. They actually thought you were a good lawyer. You had good legal analysis, etc., etc. They took your word as gospel, right? If you called someone a pedophile, they would just immediately assume you're telling the truth, right? When, you know, that one time on Flashcast when you were being retarded and you as a lawyer said, if somebody calls you a pedo, just call them a pedo back and it'll work out. You know, you gave that fucking advice to like a bunch of people in Flash's chat. I'm surprised Flash didn't fucking shit on you right there and then or get rid of you, to be honest. Because if I had a fucking retard, you know, an alleged fucking smart lawyer coming in, right? Fucking saying that to my fucking audience, I'd be like, are you fucking retarded, dog? Like, get the fuck out of here. You're fucking drunk. Come back like next week. But Flash didn't do that, I guess, there for that moment. I don't know why. I guess it wasn't really that big of a deal. But at least you gotta give Flash a little bit of credit, right? Even if you don't like him or whatever. Like he has stayed, from what I've seen, consistent on the kid thing. As soon as he thought that like Nick was like, you know, with the whole kid situation, then he fucking kicked Nick to the curb. He fucking destroyed him, and then Nick got mad. All right, but that's neither here nor there. Point is, it's really fascinating how like he was the most credible, one of the most credible lawyers in fucking YouTube, and then he just kind of went downhill, and nobody fucking believes him. Everybody has to take him at like, not like with a pinch of salt, and just double check. Because they don't know. They don't know when the next lie is going to be. They don't know. This guy does it way too frequently. So you don't really have the trust of the people anymore.
There are legal strategy reasons I can't do that. I can't do that yet. Obviously, if we use any of these things, they'll come out in motion paperwork or whatever. You'll see. But in the meanwhile, I just have to kind of wait. The case is not straightforward. The case is not straightforward. Anyone who thinks the case is straightforward, I'm sorry. There's a factual reality and a procedural reality that makes the case much more complicated. And it's fascinating to talk about. I have to kind of detach because it's my life that like matters there. But no, I lament the fact that I can't actually talk about it, and watching other streamers have to kind of go through this, they're without all of the information, without access to it, and it's frustrating.
Do we ever get like Rekieta consenting to his body cam footage coming out? That would be, you know, help. That would actually kind of go a long way too.
Because I just would say like, no, don't you see this? Don't you see this? Don't you see this? And they don't necessarily see it, so we'll just have to wait on some of it.
Nick.
But it makes it, like I said, it makes it difficult to stream. You know,
That's amazing, man. Truly an epiphany. I am so enlightened. He becomes less likable every time I see him talking. Zero credit. See, that's what I was saying. See, this is what I was literally saying. I just told you guys. This is exactly what it is. It's like zero credibility, and that's not good. And it's like that's the real fascinating thing about this, Nick. It's not your legal shit. It's more like it's fascinating how, and Jim touched upon this before. I think you already in like the initial stream where he fucking destroyed you and fathered you all at the same time. But it's like, yeah, it's fascinating how you were at the top and you were one of the most credible people. All the while, you were one of the biggest liars of all time. Then, like, you know, the drugs kind of fucked you up. You started slipping. The mask slipped off. Midlife crisis came around. And then all of a sudden, well, Nikki the Nose ain't credible anymore. Nikki the Nose is just, well, Nikki the Nose. So it's just bad. It's just not good at all, man. Does Nick have a good explanation for why Aaron had nude photos of his wife on his phone? Nick's a cuck. So that's the reason. Let's see. The right magic words get said, everything goes away. Sounds an awful lot like sovereign citizen lingo. You know you're fucked when your legal strategy relies on magic words. Ooh. Oh, you're right. That is bad. So literally every sovereign citizen argument. I wasn't driving. I was traveling on my land boat. Am I being detained? Nick really can't stand anyone who mocks him. Well, yeah, that's kind of a given now. The magic word Balldo made his subscribers disappear. So who knows? It might work. Yeah. I guess he's given up on the I don't read about myself lie. Yeah, that's another lie. That's another one. Lawyers are like magicians. They just need the right magic words. Wait, hold on. Let me make this bigger. Okay. Lawyers are like magicians. They just need the right magic words. Am I being detained? I want to get off with no consequences for my actions. Wow, saying that he's trying hard not to eat a bullet every day seems like magic words that could get him committed on at least 72 hours hold. I would hate to be a Rekieta watcher right now, because every time I just see a clip of him, I could swear he's on a minute loop, looping over and over and over and over again. It is bad. You know, like the whole meme. Yeah, Rekieta bros, I think it's really, I really think it's over, Rekieta. Like that onion guy that looks like Vito, listen, man, if you want to keep getting your paycheck from Nick, like I saw him drop you a good amount of money and shit. If you want to keep doing that, like go for it. I heard you don't really have much clout, so you don't have much going for you anyway, and you look like you're like really fucking whatever. Get your bag, you know? Like if Nick is willing to give random losers with no clout like fucking money to, you know, fight his battle, sure, whatever, I guess. You know, let's see. Let's see this one. The right magic words. Failed for Vic. Failed in Nick's defamation case. But here, it's different. Yeah, again, this is referencing when fucking Nick conned Vic Mignogna into going into the lawsuit. And at the same time, which I find this to be like really indicative of Nick's character, he was shit-talking Vic Mignogna the entire fucking time. Like, not only did he con this poor guy into thinking like he was gonna like be able to win this and stuff. Not only did he do that, but he also was talking shit about him the entire fucking time, which that got like exposed and shit. And it's really fucked up. But it's really indicative of Nick's character. If you look at all the friendships Nick has had and all the bridges he's burned, it really makes a lot of sense. Like, it's really believable that he would do this to Vic. It's just not out of the realm of possibility. Right, and it becomes more probable if you look at all the shit that adds up. Nick just needs to shut up for his case to go better, but he won't. Lawyers use magic words. They are magicians. Nick, for instance, made his career. This is a damn, that's a good one. I gotta give that one a like, bro. That one was pretty fucking good. Damn. Lawyers use magic words. They are magicians. Nick, for instance, made his career disappear. That's good. Do you believe in magic in a crackhead's heart? Magic words? I knew Potentially Criminal was a level 99 wizard all along. An alcoholic nose is red because the nose dips into the cup and over the liquid. The alcohol vapors in the beverage dry out and turns the nose red. Nick is looking a lot like Rudolph. That's what I said! And ready to lead the Santa sleigh. See, these people get me, okay? We literally have the same sense of humor, okay? It's Kamala Harris writing his speeches. The life you encounter. He's fucking lost his mind. I like this. I like the little icon here. Narrator, he was in fact being detained. I appreciate the fact that the thumbnail of the video has Nick looking at the ceiling cats or whatever. Nick is a true lawyer. He's the epitome of why we despise... Wait, Nick is a true lawyer. He is the epitome of why we despise lawyers. He's not about justice. He's about finding out what we call loopholes. Magic words that make charges go away, even if true. In his mind, a rapist isn't a rapist if the chain of a custody on a bloody rag is broken. He's the scum of the earth, the exact reason people hate lawyers, and it's encapsulated here. Like, he's one of the bad ones, basically. He is one of the bad lawyers, like the Weasley ones, right? There are some that actually have integrity and stuff. Nick was pretending to be that type of person, but again, like, I guess the alcohol and the drugs made the mask slowly slip off, and then the midlife crisis didn't really help at all either. That just kind of sped it up a little bit. This magic lawyer's words, comments are getting to him. Nick told us the truth when he got famous off of Rittenhouse. This is who he really is, and he's ashamed people liked him for the responsible, upstanding lawyer covering high-profile cases, which is just sad. That's why all the Balldo stuff started. He felt enabled by his success to start taking the mask off, which, you know, that also makes like a lot of sense, chat. Like, I don't know when any of you guys were around for the Rekieta thing, like, when you were around for Nick's triumphs and stuff. I knew him from Wii Wars, so that was before Rittenhouse and stuff. And I guess, you know, the Rittenhouse thing was the thing that really brought him up. So I can kind of see it, though. Like, he gets all this superstardom and shit, you know, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I can do no wrong. And with retards like Camelot and Melanie Mack in his ear telling him, oh, yeah, Nick, do all the cocaine and abuse your children all you want. There's nothing you can do that's wrong. Yeah, if you have retards like that telling you this, chances are you're probably, well, any rational human being wouldn't be fucking, you know, be like, oh, you're right, guy. But then again, Nicky isn't like all those... Nicky isn't like all those addicts. He's special. He's a special kind of addict. He's above them. This person said, I haven't discussed my strategy. My idea is to go for a kill shot, not a Hail Mary to get it thrown out. Also, I'm going online to push my PR strategy, but I'm not doing any strategy. My government spends all day thinking about his case. He should have just pleaded out to and not about his kids or sobriety. Trying not to ear a bullet every day. Sounds like a great dad to me. Of course, Nick is so smart that only he can talk about this case. He's smarter than everyone. Also, those magic words only usually work if you have the facts on your side, or you're extremely lucky. Spit it out, son. This is kindergarten level explanation. Go tell your mother, because she'll give you the time of day. She's been here with you before. How did Aaron get the photo, Nick? To sum it up, Nick has a hard time with words. I'm not a good lawyer, Nick Rekieta. I think that is pinnacle. I think that's peak. Okay, that is literally what it is. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the perfect way to end this stream. Oh my god. 365 of you guys still watching. We've been going for 3 fucking hours. Shout out to you. Well, 3 hours and a half, actually. It's been a lot more than that. Let's check it out. Nick decided that being edgy was more important or easier for him than doing straight legal analysis. EDV was more capable of taking advantage of the market. EDV? Who the hell is EDV? EDB. It's not Ethan Van Skyper, it's EDB. Let's see. Okay. So I'm looking at the thing, and we hit a good cap. But I don't know, chat. I don't know. Well, okay, we'll leave it public, and if there are any problems that happen, we might have to go to the members, because We did have a couple oopsies in this stream, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. We'll toss a coin. How about that? We'll toss a coin and see what happens. But appreciate you guys stopping by nonetheless. If you have a hat, if you bought a hat, meaning if you have a membership, buy a hat. Code for get a membership. All right. Buy a membership. Give a membership out. You're fine. You're gonna see the members only stream. You're gonna catch the stream. If you don't have a hat, can't afford a hat, turn on the notifications and subscribe to the channel so that you know when we go live. There's also a Discord where you get notifications of when we go live as well. So yeah, go ahead and join that if you want. I have a Twitter, an X. All right, you can go ahead and follow me there. I say a lot about hearing shit there because I don't care about losing that. Fuck X. Realistically, X is kind of like shit or whatever. But yeah, that's all I have for this stream, guys. Again, shout out to all of you showing up tonight. Saturday impromptu stream. Yeah, like double the viewers of like Fridays. So I'm starting to wonder, should we just move over to Saturday streams instead of Friday streams? Because we just like, I don't know where, but we doubled in fucking viewership every fucking time. This isn't the first time either. But we'll see. And we'll cover other funny things. I'm sure Nick isn't going to be able to like keep quiet for long and it just get progressively worse. I am going to have like a condensed video of Nick. So typically I do very lazy stuff on the channel, like video uploads. For my Rekieta things though, I'll try to put them with more finesse. I'll clean it a little bit, right? And I'll put that video out for you guys. It'll cover everything that's happened up to this point. You know, where Nick is talking about like his legal strats and the magic words and shit. So look forward to that next week. Yeah, next week we'll have that up. Sometime next week. I can't give you an accurate date, but it'll be before our Friday stream. We're still going live Friday, chat. Okay. Yeah, so appreciate you guys stopping by again. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good rest of your night. It's like 11:44, but like whatever. Have a good rest of your night, whatever you decide to do. Senny Squad, stay awesome.
And that is what I am